So last week, one of my buddies, Asa, who I live with here in this house, who makes around $60,000 a month with his real estate marketing agency, asked me, hey, Stefan, can you help rewrite my setting script? And I said, hey, man, you know what? Instead of me rewriting it for you, why don't I go ahead and just call for you? And so for the next 3.5, 4-ish hours, I sat down at my desk and cold called realtors. And so in this video, I'm going to be pulling the curtains back and sharing with you the raw footage of me cold calling realtors live. You're going to get the scripts I use, the reframes I use, the objection handles I use, and everything in between, completely uncut, completely raw, all for you to steal and copy. And disclaimer, I book a ton of appointments. I also get in a couple of fights, a couple arguments, battles with the realtors. It's a ton of fun, crazy, chaotic, super valuable and informational. And so I hope that you can use this to go book some more appointments. Sit back, enjoy, and take some notes. Whoa.
This is Gina with John Hart Real Estate. Kindly leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Hi, you've reached Gladys with Compass. Unfortunately, I can't come to the phone right now, but just leave me a brief message.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail for Stephen Marshall. For the quickest response, please send me a...
Hey, is this Gladys?
Hello?
Hello, is this Gladys?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, this is just Stefan. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How may I help you?
Yeah, we were just chatting back and forth. I'm actually Asa's partner over iMessage there, and I thought I would just give you a quick ring. I got to run in a couple minutes. Is this a bad time to have a really quick chat?
It has to be real quick. 12K, Sammy. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, are you in the middle of something right now? Is it better if maybe we schedule
No,
something
no,
else?
no. I'm actually walking my dog. Go ahead. We're walking our dogs.
Awesome. Just enjoying the Memorial Day, hey?
Yes, that's right. I worked all
Awesome.
day, so go ahead.
Oh, look at you. That's exactly what I like to hear. Someone working on a holiday. All right, awesome. Sweet. Well,
Well,
I guess
we have to work harder on the holidays because that's when people are off.
you bet. You bet. That's the kind of energy I like. You know, I've talked to a lot of agents today, and a lot of them are kind of, taking it off and whatnot, but I'm glad that you're out here
Oh,
hustling,
yeah.
getting it done.
I'm here with my dog because I'm actually in my office and I just brought him outside
Oh,
to,
no way.
So
you brought your
his
dog
little
with you to the
business.
office.
Yeah, because it's, today's like a Sunday,
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
my office, so.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's a little tiny Maltese.
Oh, he sounds like a cutie. Hey, what's his name?
His name is Angel because he's an angel.
He's an angel. Wow.
He's a little white angel. He's white. He's a little angel, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, listen, I don't want to be in your head too long. I know you probably got a lot of family stuff going on today.
Tell me.
I just wanted to quickly reach out. We're not here to waste time or sell you anything. Just share a bit about kind of what it is we're doing and see if it could even work for you, right? Like I've talked to you for the last 1 minute here, so I don't really know anything about what you do or if what we do could help you. But that's kind of what my job is here, is just to see if there might be a way that we may be able to help you out. Is that kind of cool if we have a quick little conversation around that?
Okay.
Yeah, that
What
works.
do you do?
Yeah, actually, that really good
what do you
question.
do?
All right, that's $1 million question. So I take it you've probably talked to a lot of those real estate lead gen companies. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I don't need any leads. I'm going to be honest with you.
Of course you don't, right?
I have a lot of work.
Yeah,
I'm blessed with so much business.
I gotcha. So I guess that makes this a little easier. I guess could you even if I sent you 1 or 2 referrals perhaps this month, could you take them on, or are you just totally capped out?
Are you the one that said that you have referrals over
Yes.
here in Surfside?
Yeah. Yes. I'm actually
What?
Asa's partner. He's the realtor from Arizona that was looking to give some referrals out.
Oh, that's what I thought. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm a 20, and I have 2 tremendous assistants with me, and we rock and roll every day. What do you need? What do those people need from Arizona?
No, so we're looking to send you some deals, but I don't maybe if you're full, I could send them to somebody else. I guess, are you able to take on more people or no?
Well, let me tell you, when you send it to somebody else, you're going to have there's going to be no results. I can tell you that right now.
So you're the best one to send them to.
Yeah, listen, honey, the only person who's going to work them is me. What have you got coming here to Surfside? Are they looking at new condos in Surfside or houses? What are they looking at?
Yeah, so the way it works is we partner up with agents, and then we'll bring them an extra couple deals, right? So I guess it kind of depends on who you kind of get, but I'm more so just looking to see what kind of agents are in that area and who's perhaps a good fit. But like, I guess I just want to clarify: are you able to take on more deals, or are you fully capped out at what you're at right now?
Let me tell you what the real answer is. I'm ready to take deals that are real deals.
Yeah,
I don't want these garbage things that people tell you. Well, so then when the person calls you, or when you call the person, they say to you, "I've never even spoke to those people. I'm not looking for anything."
I know. It's funny you said this is actually what I talk to a lot of realtors every single day, right? And it's the same thing every single time. Is all these companies send me stupid leads. All they do is, half the time I'm talking to someone that doesn't even want to buy or sell a house, right? And it's ridiculous how many people are out here saying they're going to get you deals, and they just get you some tire kickers.
That's why I tell you I'm busy, because I don't need those kind of leads.
Of course not, right? Who would?
I listen. I'm getting those leads from Realtor.com. Those stupid leads.
Yeah.
I'm getting these bogus leads. I pay a lot of money every month for all these people, and I already told them I'm getting garbage leads, and I don't want no part of them.
Yeah. No, I get you. I guess like when you say a lot, a lot for Jeff Bezos might be a couple billion. A lot for a guy on the street might be a couple dollars. Like what is a lot?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I get these calls. I'm getting a lot of scam calls where these idiots, like Homes.com sent me a lead. It's always the same type of house. We want a very nice house in a very good neighborhood, 4 bedrooms, pool, and then I only communicate through WhatsApp. Well, that's so bogus. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So I tell these people, look, stop calling me. If you cannot call me and speak to me and tell me what you want, I don't want to sell you a house, because I don't sell a house on text messaging. There's too much to know about a house to tell you in a text message. So if you cannot call me and speak to me, there is no house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I got you. You want to have a connection with the people you're working with, right? And get to see them face to face and get to know them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you're going to buy a $3-4 million house, honey, or even $1 million house, you need to see the people.
Of course.
You need to tell me what you need. I need to see proof of funds. I need to see everything. You just don't walk into these houses and say, I want to see this house.
Yeah, of course. Right. I mean, that's the way it should be. It's weird we've got to a point
so
where
they're all so bogus. And it's funny. Those people are just fishing because I know they just want your information.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll get some of your information from you and probably rob your bank account or whatever. Because it is all like a fishing expedition.
Yeah.
They all have it's a pattern. They all have the same question.
Yeah.
And the same requirements. A big 4-bedroom with a large yard for my dogs and my kids. We prefer a pool if possible, in the range from $1 to $5 million. It's ridiculous. It's always the same nonsense.
Yeah. No.
So what do you have? What do you have? Do you have an actual? I thought what you guys had, because I'm doing some of that with the. She's sending me leads here. It's not even a lead. We're doing referral because I pay 30-40% to my referral business.
Yeah.
So what they do is he sends me people here because he works in San Diego. He's an actual realtor. So he sends me sellers here that want to sell in Highland Beach.
Awesome. Yeah.
And those are the deals I want. I don't want to hear about any other type of deal.
Yeah, of course, right? And that's exactly why we built this, right? Like my partner, Asa, he's actually a realtor. And so this is a system that he built to use for himself, and now we're giving it out to some other agents. And like you said, right, the last thing we want to do is send you someone that's going to waste your time. We want to send you only people that have been pre-qualified, right, that have all the requirements that you're looking for. So it's almost like a referral quality, right? So you can actually start working with people you want to work with. And that's kind of I can go a bit more into what we do. But I guess just to make sure, right, you're able to take on some more deals. If I sent you some deals, you could take them on. You're the one to send them to.
I have 2 assistants.
Awesome. Okay,
2
so you're
tremendous
ready.
assistants.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I'm busy, my assistants are here. They're very capable. They wouldn't be working for me or with me if they weren't fantastic. So I don't have an issue with that. We can
Yeah.
always take on more business. I want real business, though. I don't want this bogus business.
Of course. No, I'm with you, right? My goal is to try and all the other guys that call you and try and sell you something doesn't work. My goal is to put them out of business so that, we're the last one standing actually helping people out. Yeah. So I guess let me ask you a question then. If we could send you, and obviously at the end of the day, you're never going to know unless you see it, right? And that's kind of like my goal here is to kind of be able to show you that. But if we were able to get you an extra couple people that are real people, right? That's the big thing we're talking about here is real people that are either actually, face to face on the phone, talking to you, ready to buy or sell. Is that something you would be opposed to chatting about?
No, I would not be opposed to chatting about that. I want to see just how real it is.
Yeah, of course. Well, how about this, right? How about we, we talked about the whole face-to-face thing. What if we pencil something in? Perhaps I don't really have any more time later today. And
One second. Is she okay? Is the guy up there? Is the guy up there with her? The door locked. The door's locked? Yeah. What do you mean it's locked? When I tried to go, it was locked. She said she can't hear well, Yeah, but why would you lock the door? It's kind of weird, yeah. I don't want her to get in trouble. Is she okay? Okay. Thanks. Okay, I'm sorry. I have one of my assistants upstairs showing a condo right now.
Oh.
Okay. I was a little concerned because she left her phone in my car, which is unusual.
Yeah.
And so I sent one of my other clients up to knock on the door to make sure she's okay because, you don't know everyone that comes to see a condo or a house.
Yeah.
So the guy called me from the blue. He says, look, I saw your condo online. I love it, and I want to come see it. I just want to make sure she was safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I respect that. That's very, very nice of you. I guess we're getting kind of towards the end of the day, so today probably isn't good. I've got some time tomorrow. What if we pencil something in and we could meet face to face and even just show you what it is so you can see it firsthand and vet it yourself and know if it's something that's in alignment with what you're looking for.
Are you working with people here already?
In Surfside, no, we're interviewing a couple agents to kind of see. We're pretty picky with who we work with because we only want to send them to the best. And you're the best. I take it. So we'd love to have a chat with you and see if that's something we can make work.
Well, let's talk tomorrow, okay? Like around 11, 12 tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, your time would be you're 3 hours before me, right? You're hour, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Okay. So tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm on Eastern time. You're in Pacific time. I mean, you're in Central Mountain time, right?
I'm in Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific, like California, right? So
yes,
you're actually right now.
3 hours.
So right now you're basically you're actually like 5:30.
Yeah. So you said what's the best time for you? Are you more of a morning or afternoon kind of person?
Depends because I'm usually more available in the mornings instead of the afternoons. It gets wacky in the afternoons.
Okay. So
like
I guess
anytime before my noon time. So it'll be 9 o'clock your time.
Okay.
Noon time my time.
Yeah,
okay.
we could do. What about we could do probably? You want to do 11 a.m. your time tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine. 11's fine.
Okay, awesome. And what I'll do in the meantime is I'll send you over an email, and that'll share a bit more information about us and exactly what we do. Therefore, you can, I'm sure you want to do your due diligence. You can take a look at kind of what we do and who we've worked with as well, so you can just kind of see that, have a bit more information before the call. And then on that call, we'll kind of run through what it is we do just so you can see it, right? Like the most important thing for me is to make sure that we actually can help you and there's alignment, right? If there's not a good fit, we'll let you know, and there's no harm, right? No harm, no foul. We're just here to help.
That's perfect. That sounds fair. Okay, very
awesome.
fair.
That's the goal. Is just have a conversation. If it works, it works. If it doesn't. Either way, we're still going to be sending you love and hope you have an amazing day.
Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
I'll send you that email. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oops. What the hell is your last name?
Your call has been forwarded.
Hello, this is Angela.
Oh, hey, is this Angela?
Yes.
Oh, hey, Angela, how you doing? It's just Stefan here. I'm actually Asa's partner. You guys were just texting. He's the agent from Arizona talking about sending you some referrals. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome. Hey, I got to run in a couple minutes. About to head to the gym. Is this a bad time to have a really quick chat?
No, it's okay.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad I didn't catch you in the middle of cooking dinner or something like that. I know it's a holiday, so everyone's kind of up to some different things. So glad that all works out. How's your Memorial Day going so far? Anything special on your end, or just kind of got to relax today?
Not relaxing, organizing.
Organizing. Okay. Hey, at least you're making the most of I guess a bit of maybe I guess a bit of time off, if you will.
We are. Yeah.
There you go. Awesome. Sure. Sweet. Well, like I said, I don't want to take up too much time. I more so just wanted to give a call to kind of share a little bit about what it is we're doing. I know we shared a bit of information, but obviously I'm sure you probably have a bit of questions. That's kind of, my whole goal for this call is just to answer any questions, share a bit more information, and see if perhaps, we're able to help you out in any way, shape, or form. And so okay. I guess real quick, I know this sounds so stupid, but you wouldn't believe it. There's some people ask this question to say, no, I actually can't. You're able, if we send you a couple deals this month, you're able to take them on though, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Just I had to make sure. You wouldn't believe how many people ask that. They're like, you know what? I'm honestly filled up, and I'm like,
no. It's totally understandable because, and here's the thing: I only take on so many clients at a time because
Gotcha.
I really believe in giving good quality service.
Yeah.
And if I have too much going on, then I have to hire agents under me, and I'm still probably like 3 more years away from doing that.
Okay.
Because I have 2 young children and.
Well, congratulations.
But thanks. But the thing is I do have my own book of business that has a pretty good projection for this year. But those clients are, in a healthy price point, and so they will choose what they like, and they don't have to buy because that's the luxury when you're in a different price category.
Yeah.
And then I have a few others where they're like, hey, I got to go. But I can take on a few more this month and next month. Not a problem.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have said yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, great. I'm glad we got that out of the way then. I guess
Sure.
I just kind of wanted, like I said, didn't want this to be too long, take a bunch of your time and more so just see if there's even, like, to be honest, like, my goal isn't to sell anyone anything, right? It's more so just to see if there's a fit and if we can help, right? That's the most important thing for me. If we can, great. If we can't, that's great as well. We're still going to send you all love regardless. And so
okay.
I guess is it cool if I just share a little bit kind of what we do and how it kind of works? Awesome. Sweet. I take it this isn't your first rodeo getting, I'm sure you've been called by those people that, like sell leads and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great. We do none of that kind of stuff. So I'm glad we can get that out of the table because most people talk to, are you just another lead company? No. As a matter of fact, my partner, Asa, he is an agent, right? And he built out this system when he was, starting out. And so now we're starting to implement this, and we've worked with, I think, over 50 or 60 realtors at this point, kind of implementing this system to help them get an extra couple deals, right? And when I say deals, we're not talking like, the people that are just, kicking rocks around, looking through windows, seeing, if there might be something, like people that are actually looking with high intent, right? And so it's a little bit different than what most people do because we actually have our hands in the game as well because we've been in the space. And so that's why, our system is a little bit different than what everyone else kind of does. Does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I guess then, like, my biggest question for you is obviously you can take on more deals. If you believe that we could get you an extra couple of deals, is that something you'd be opposed to chatting a little bit more about?
No.
Okay.
I
Great.
wouldn't be opposed to it. Of course I'm open to it.
Yeah. No, I love it.
We all want to make money, and if you guys want to, your referral fee, and are you guys basically soft qualifying these people, or how far in depth does it go on your end before they're passed off to me? And at closing is when you're looking for a referral fee, correct?
Yeah, so it depends, right? We have different things for different people, right? Like, let's say if someone is completely starting out versus someone who's been in the game for 20 years, it's going to look a little bit different based on kind of what it is they need, how many deals they're kind of looking for, et cetera, right? And so, like, there is going to be variation between that. right? And so I just want to make sure that's clear, because it totally does depend, right? Like, we aren't, like I said, like, we're not just some cookie cutter, here you go, here's some leads, go call them and figure it out. Like, we're I guess you could call, like, a growth partner. Like, we want to build with you, right? If we're gonna work together, we're gonna get our hands dirty, and we're gonna make sure we put in as much work as you do to make sure we can actually help you. Because like you said, right, we're all in the game of helping people out, but at the same time being able to put food on the table for our family, right? You have two little ones running around. At the end of the day, they still got to eat some good food, right? And healthy food, mind you, not just some crap, So. And everyone's in the game of help, and obviously if we help you out, great, and you help someone else, right, great. It's like it's amazing. And then I guess to answer the question of how it kind of works, like, so we will actually take care of everything, right? Like, we're not going to make you do any work. We'll take care of everything on the front end. We'll generate the leads. We'll call them. We have an internal team that will call them up and actually talk to them and qualify them. And only once all the requirements are met that you're kind of looking for is when we'll pass them off to you. Right. And then we'll also help you with all the back end. Obviously, real estate is a long-term game. There is a lot of follow-up. There isn't a lot of nurture. And like I said, I just called you at the blue. It's been 6 minutes here. I'm not kind of sure what kind of systems you have in place. And so, like I said, that's where we'll chat and see, like, oh, maybe if there's some systems you need, we'll help you implement that. If there's not, great, you've already got it. Right. So that's kind of how that looks. I guess I think, I don't know about you. Are you more a visual person or audible person?
Visual.
Okay.
I mean, I'm both.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
For me, they go hand in hand. I'm both, but visual is always good.
Well, what if we set up a time? Obviously, today is kind of a bit of a write-off. Maybe tomorrow I've got a bit of time, or even on Wednesday, and I can just show you the back end, just so you can see what it looks like, and if it's in alignment. The most important thing for me, Angela, is there's alignment, right? If it's in alignment with what you're looking for,
let's
great.
do Wednesday. Yeah, let's do Wednesday. I can do Wednesday anything before 1 o'clock.
Okay, and just to confirm, what time zone are you in?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Awesome.
in San Mateo County.
Okay, I've actually been to San Fran once in my life. It was on a band trip, funny enough.
Okay. Okay.
Crazy. Anyways, okay. So you said before 11, correct?
No, before 1 p.m.
Before 1. Okay. What's the best time that you can say, hey, 100% this time will work for me. We'll lock it in. What time works for you in the morning?
Hold on. I mean, I could do 9:30 or I could do 10:30. Those would probably be the best time.
Okay. If you had to pick the best one, what would it be? Because I've got both of them open, actually.
Oh, okay. Let's go with 10:30 then.
Awesome. 10:30. Okay. Amazing. Well, I take it you probably want to do a bit of due diligence. I'll make your life a bit easier. I'll send you a confirmation so you can add this to your calendar. Check your spam. It might be in there. Sometimes it goes there. And we'll also send you a bit more information on the people we've worked with, how our system works, and then anything else we can kind of discuss on the call and chat about that there.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds good.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I take it I hear your kids in the back. So, yeah, I was going to say.
He just said hi. He's like,
oh, no way.
It's been away from me for too long.
Really?
So it's all good.
Is it a he or a her?
I have both. I have a girl and a boy, and they're amazing. They're 2 years apart.
Wow. But is it older brother or older sister?
Older sister. Question, that's really heavy. Don't drop it, sweetie. Oh, God. And he's I do it myself.
Okay.
In his life.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
No,
young to have kids.
Not yet. Hey, not yet. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's something. Give me 2 years. I'll call you again, and then maybe I'll be asking you for some advice.
You go. Your life changes. It is. I will tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is hard work.
I bet.
But
worth it.
It's beautiful, and you just have the fact that you want it. It will happen. Just the timing. Just wait for the time. Make sure your finances are in place first.
Yes,
I waited until I was 35.
Yeah.
To make sure I could build a house. Okay. Oh, got pregnant. Perfect timing. Everything's worked out so far.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. So just be prepared, and you're never fully prepared.
No.
You
got to jump in.
But it's great. Yeah, it's great.
Well, awesome. Well, I guess in a couple of years when the time comes, maybe I'll give you a ring and be like, how did you get through this craziness?
I'll help you with everything I got.
Awesome. All right, Angela, it's been amazing chatting with you. Hope you have an amazing rest of your Memorial Day, and looking forward to chatting on Wednesday. Like I said, we'll send you over information so you can read everything there as well.
Likewise. That sounds great.
Okay.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Mhm. Bye. You too. Bye.
Bro, I'm so good. Alrighty. Another day back in the lab. Let's press this start button. Alaska time is fine. I won't call Hawaii though. Alright, boom.
Hi, you've reached Jeff Sandridge and the Extreme House Hunter Safari. I'm out exploring lost civilizations and searching for hidden treasures.
Jackson.
This is Jackson.
Hey, Jackson, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. I woke up on the right side of the bed, so I can't complain. It's actually Stefan here. I'm Asa's partner. He's the agent down from Arizona. You guys were just chatting. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I'm glad I got the right guy. I got to run in a quick minute. Is this a bad time to have a really quick chat with you?
No, good.
Oh, sweet. Well, hey, listen, I figured I might as well start this call off on the right foot. What's one thing you're grateful for today?
One thing I'm grateful for, I don't know, water to take a shower.
There we go. Look at that. Amazing. That's what I
Yeah.
like to hear. Sweet. Well, I guess I might as well kind of share the reason I'm calling. I take it you've probably been called by a few of these like scammy lead gen companies in the past. Am I right to assume that?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Well, I'm happy to let you know that we don't do anything like that. Right. As a matter of fact, we're trying to put those guys out of the business. And so, a lot of the realtors I talk to every single day, it's the same thing over and over, right? I've been burned before. These companies never get me good leads, and it's the same thing, right? And that's kind of what we're here to see if we can help you kind of out with some of that. And so I guess is it kind of cool if I share a little bit about what it is that we do?
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. So we're actually real estate growth partners. Like I said, my partner Asa, who's actually in the office, probably like 2 meters that way. He's actually an agent with EXP. And so this system kind of got built for him initially to help him transact more deals and realize, wow, well, this is actually really good. And so we started doing is partnering up with realtors across the country on a one-to-one basis to kind of help them grow the transaction volume. Now, kind of right now, we're interviewing a couple extra agents. We've already got about 40 people on board to help them get an extra couple deals. Our average agent typically gets about 1 to 5 deals a month. And this isn't just, your typical tire kickers. These are pre-qualified, pre-vetted, not working with an agent kind of people. And so I guess like just to make sure we're on the right page here, you're good to take on some more deals though, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hey, then you just might be the right guy. And hey, how long have you been in real estate, Jackson?
I've been in the field for about 7 years, licensed for 4.
Wow, sweet. What way did you get into real estate in the first place?
I met someone who was doing real estate, and they were like, have you ever thought about it? I'm like, actually, yes. I took the course right out of high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I did it again, and there it went.
There you go. Are you happy you did that?
Absolutely, yes.
Man, that's awesome. That's what I like to hear. There's you'd be surprised. Some realtors, I asked them, like, are you happy? Like, I don't know. I'm like, wow, damn, that sucks. So I'm glad to hear that things are good.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, we cut out. Yeah, we're good. Sweet. Well, Jackson, it's funny. A lot of people, a lot of realtors I talk to, they always say to me one of 3 things. Stefan, I just need help with some volume. Just put me in front of more people, right? And then the other people say, well, Stefan, I got the volume down. I just need some more quality. I don't want to stop. I'm done with the tire kickers, right? I'm done with dealing with them. Just give me some better quality deals. And other people are like, that's not even an issue. I get all those. It takes so much time to nurture people. Like real estate is such a long-term game, and just that's such an issue. Now let me guess. None of those apply in your world.
Absolutely, yes. I am more so on like doing the job and like the technical part of it and listing entry and, marketing and all that fun stuff. So I would say I'm a people person and I love to talk to people and, conversate with anybody. But I mean, I'm kind of just looking for more volume, just more, because I'm constantly nurturing, constantly, making touches, phone calls, emails, text, social media, and I just need something, with some people that I necessarily don't really know that are looking to, buy or sell soon.
Gotcha. Okay. And when you say more volume, is that just like getting in front of more people, or is there anything specific there?
Just like, I guess, in a nutshell, I mean, whatever it takes to get more listings.
Okay.
I mean,
I love it.
bigger SEO, getting in front of more people, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, no, dude, that's awesome. And I guess what are you doing right now? What have you tried to get, maybe in front of some more people, maybe some SEO, maybe some website kind of stuff, anything in particular you've tried?
I have tried a little bit of like dipping my toes into social media and like online ads, things of that nature. I'm not a big open house person. I just don't like them.
Okay.
So I would rather spend my time, on the computer making something, making like a list of some sort, mailers, that fun stuff. But I forget your general question. I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I was just asking, like, what have you kind of tried? And you mentioned you kind of dipped your toes into some social media, some ad stuff. And so I guess, like, are you still doing those now, or did you stop those?
Oh yeah, I am doing. I'm doing that for the most part as much as I can. I'm super busy right now, so have been falling back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no worries at all. And I guess just to make sure, obviously we want to help people grow. That's the whole incentive here for both of us. And so when you say more deals, is there like a number that pops out of your head? You're like, oh, I want to be doing this amount, or is it just kind of like, oh, I'll just take more?
Yeah, I would like to have an extra 2 deals a month at a bare minimum.
Okay. So 2 deals is like the benchmark, and then go up from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome, dude. I love the ambition. I absolutely love the ambition. Same. I'm on the same side. I just want to always push more. Okay. And I guess just so I know, how many roughly would you say you're doing now?
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I said roughly, like, how many would you say you're doing about now?
Let me look myself up. Should probably know that. I've had 8 deals this year.
Month? This year. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
This year. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome, man. Dude, like, good for you. That's amazing, right? I think, what's the stat? Like, most agents don't even transact maybe like a deal or 2 a year. I think it's like 70-60% agents, so good on you. That's sweet.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I was going to say, I've been pretty lucky. I think it's just now I'm getting right to the point of where I've been in it long enough to where I'm seeing repeat business, referrals from strong sources, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and you're not looking to slow down. You're looking just to keep going up and up and up. Hey.
Yep, I'm ready to speed it up.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. I love that you're an action taker. I love that you're ambitious like that. So I guess, like, Jackson, let me ask you this. Would it be a crazy idea to maybe chat a little more about this over perhaps like a Zoom, where I can even get our back-end guy to kind of jump on and show you the systems we're running for the current agents we work with, and see if it even aligns with you and your goals, and if it could even work for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, sweet. Well, let me quickly pull up our calendar and see if we can find a time that works. Amazing. I might even have something later today, if not tomorrow. Out of those two, which one works better for you?
I'll have to do tomorrow. I'm booked the rest of my day.
Okay, and just to confirm, what time zone are you in?
Central.
Okay. So tomorrow, what about in the afternoon? What is your kind of afternoon looking like?
I'm free after 3 p.m. tomorrow.
3 after. Okay. So would 3 p.m. work, or would you rather do 4?
Yeah, 3 is good.
3. Okay. And that's the best time for you?
Yes.
Okay, let me just confirm a couple quick things to make sure I can send you over. Because, I take it you probably want to do some due diligence and take a look into kind of what we do. So I'll actually help you out with that, and I'll send you a bunch of emails. I'll even get our back-end guy to reach out to you and say, hey, what's up? Just so you kind of get to know him as well before you guys jump on. So first name is obviously Jackson. How do I say your last name? I was actually... Well then, hey Jackson, I've got one last thing just to make sure we're both on the same page. As I said earlier, like literally the most important thing for me is to see if there's alignment, right? And if there's even a benefit for you. Because if there's not, I'll have no problem saying no, because I don't want to help you. I don't want to give you something that doesn't help you, right? That's the most important thing for me, and also for you. And so either way, whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, it's all love, right? I just wanted to mention one thing. If, let's say, in an amazing fantasy world, Willy Wonka's got his magic wand and all things look good on both our ends, right? You're happy, we're happy, everything looks good. I just want to be fully transparent and say there is a fully refundable security deposit that we take just if everything looks good. Does that make sense? Are we all cool? Is that not going to, blow up the house right now, or are we all good with that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, awesome. Well, Jackson, I'm super happy I got to chat with you today, and hey, I'm excited that you're grateful for running water this morning. It's a lot of people that look over things like that, so kudos to you, and also it's super cool to hear you're pushing to do more. I hope to speak with you in maybe a month or two and see how many more deals you've transacted, and see if we're getting closer to start pushing an extra 2 a month on top of what we're doing now.
Yes, sir. That sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Jackson, you have an amazing day. If you have any questions, just feel free to text me here on this number. This is a great place to reach me. If not, like I said, check your spam. It might be in spam. I'm going to send you over an invite right now on Google Calendar. And you can also get some more information about us. You can check out our YouTube channel to see some of the agencies we've worked with, just so you kind of can do your own due diligence.
That sounds good.
Okay, awesome, Jackson. You take care. You have an amazing day, and we'll chat soon.
Thank you. Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay. No, what? I didn't even get to...
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
We are putting you on hold. Please wait.
Let's go to the next. Nina. Okie dokie. Artichoke.
This is Nina. How may I help you?
Hey, Nina. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I guess I might as well. I'm Stefan. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. Does that ring a bell? I think you guys were just chatting over text.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, listen, I got to run in a quick minute. Is this a bad time to have a super quick chat?
Nope, this is fine.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, Nina, I guess first thing first, I just want to ask you, what's one thing you're grateful for today?
Time with my kids this morning.
I'm jealous. I'm all, in a couple years I'll get there, and then, I could say something like that as well. Sweet. Well, I guess I just wanted to give a quick call to share a little bit more about the text message and about what it is we do, and see if it's even something that's in alignment with what you're looking for. That's the most important thing for me, is right to make sure this is something that actually is even something you're kind of looking for. Is that kind of cool if I just share a little bit about what we do?
Sure.
Sweet. So I take it you've probably got called by those, like those lead gen companies that like just want to sell you ads and that say like, oh, you'll make $1 million tomorrow if you pay us $20,000. Does that kind of ring a bell?
Mhm.
Yeah, I take it, everyone I said it to, it's like, yep, heard that before. Yeah. So cool. We're nothing like that. So I'm glad we can kind of, put that to the side. We're actually something totally different. As a matter of fact, the system that we have was built for, like I said, my partner Asa, he's actually an EXP agent. And so this was built to help him transact some more deals and realize, wow, this worked well. And I think we've licensed it and given it to, I think, about 70, 80 plus other agents across the US, right? And so kind of like I said, we're not just, this lead gen company. We're actually real estate growth partners, right? We partner with agents one-to-one to help them grow the transaction volume. And so kind of we're currently, interviewing a few extra agents and seeing if perhaps this system could help and maybe help you out. And so I guess before I even go any further, right, and bore you to death, just to make sure, you're able to take on some more deals though, right?
I am, yes.
Oh, okay. Whew. You surprised to ask people that. Sometimes they're like, oh, Stefan, I'm fully capped up. I'm like, what? That's craziness. All right. Anyways, cool. And I guess, Nina, just out of curiosity, how long have you been in real estate?
5.5 years.
Wow. Good on you. Good on you for sticking with it. That's amazing. That's kudos to you. It sounds like you're ambitious. You're an action taker. You're someone who's out there to win, and I love that.
So let me ask you before you go on.
Sure.
You are a lead generation company, though, correct?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I guess I must have misexplained. That's not really what we do.
Okay, because the text said you were an EXP agent looking to send a referral. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding it correctly, because I do not want to buy leads.
Gotcha. No,
not something I'm interested in.
Right. Of course, who would want to buy leads? You don't go to bed at night hoping you get more leads, right? So of course you wouldn't want to buy no leads. So yeah, I guess to elaborate on that, that's kind of the reason for the call is, yeah, like I said, my partner Asa, he's an EXP agent, right? And the system we built, we realized, wow, this works really well in helping agents actually not just get leads, not just, get more listing appointments or buyer consults, et cetera, but actually get more closed and signed deals, right? That's the most important thing, is actually helping you get that. And so that's kind of what this is chatting about. Does that kind of make sense?
Mm. Yeah, but you're not an agent with a lead to send. You are a company with lead or a client to potentially send, correct?
Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. We do have some people we'd love to send you, right, if this could be a good fit. But like I said, my partner is an EXP agent.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I took the text because I was under the impression, by the way it was written, that there was actually somebody they were looking to send right now.
Gotcha.
But I'm not looking to sign up and do anything that say, hey, we potentially have somebody. I was responding to hey, I have a lead, or I have a potential client that wants to move there, thinking there was actually a name, phone number, and email they were going to give me should the interview will go well. So unfortunately, at this time, this is not something that I'm interested in.
Okay. Well, Nina, do you mind if I ask you one last question before you go?
Sure.
If there, like, let's say we had, we were in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and there was a world where we could send you an extra couple of, deals every month, right? That were actually not just, some tire kickers, but real, like, referral quality, vetted, qualified people. Is that something you'd be totally opposed to looking into? And granted, I know that this is not the first rodeo you've been on a call by someone who promised you, oh yeah, we'll do this, right? But like, if that were true, is that something you'd be totally opposed to? Or do you have a little faith maybe left that maybe there's something out there that could help?
It depends on what the fee is that's involved. If there's any setup up front, set up an account type of fee, then no, absolutely not.
Gotcha. I take it, is it fair to assume you've worked with a company and they've kind of burned you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think most realtors have. So
I'm sorry.
It's just not something that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And I don't need to buy leads or buy potential closings. I'm doing great on my own.
Awesome. Well, hey, if you're doing great, that's amazing, right? And you know, I know it wasn't me, right? I mean, at least you hope not, but like I'm
I hope
sorry.
not.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, right? It sucks because I talk to hundreds of agents every single day, right? And you hear the same thing over and over and over. It's like, yeah, we've been burned before, and it's like, damn. It's like, wow, is there that many bad people in this world? Hey, that they're just out here to take some money, run, and go blow it at the casino and hope they can put it all in red and make their money back, you know?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. And Nina, listen, if that interaction, and I don't blame you if it did, right, has completely closed you off to the idea that there could be something good out there, then hey, fair enough. Right. I wouldn't blame you. Heck, I'd probably do the same thing. And so I guess I just want to ask you this. Is there still an itty bitty tiny bit of faith left that maybe, right? I know when I was in middle school, I had a girlfriend and I found out that she liked another guy, not me, and that broke my heart. For the next couple of years, I didn't like girls anymore. I thought, you know, maybe I'll just be single. And then I found another couple of girls, and life has been good ever since. But it took me a little bit of time. And so I guess my question for you is there even a little bit of faith that there might be something out there, or are you completely closed off? Like, no, never going to find anything. I'll just keep doing it the way I am forever.
No, I mean, there's always that faith. But if you wanted to send me some information, you know, I'm more than happy to review it, look at it, email it. But at this point, I have to get off the phone because I've got another call starting at noon that I'm coaching. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, Nina, you're in sales, right? So you know I can't just send you the email. Right, you know I can't do that, right? So
then I guess this is where we part ways.
Okay. Well, hey, if you got 3 more minutes, how about I
don't. I've got to get on the call.
I got one more question.
I have to start the Zoom.
If
Go ahead.
Were to give you a call back later, would you be open to chatting a bit more, right? And I could answer any questions you may have.
If you get straight to the point and tell me cost, because that is all I care about. That is literally the only thing I care about. If the cost doesn't work in my budget, I will absolutely say no.
Okay, well then, when you say work in your budget, like what do you mean by that?
I'm not going to tell you what my cost is.
No, of course
you would
not.
have to tell me what your cost is.
It could be. I could make it whatever you want. What do you want it to be?
Free.
Okay, I can make it free. I just wouldn't be able to send you 5 extra deals this month, right? I mean,
exactly. So
enough.
You would have to tell me exactly what you guys charge.
Okay.
But again, I have to get off the phone because I have to go do my Zoom. Okay. You can try to reach out at a later time.
Well, I don't know if I'll be available. What time would work for a callback? And I'll call you back from this number.
I don't know. I don't have my calendar with me.
Okay. Is there?
So if you want to email me, that'd be great. But I got to go. Bye.
Okay. So how? Let's put a. I won't give her a call back. Let's go put this in here. Nina. Actually, why don't I just do this in Hot Prospector? Booking up, add an appointment. Let's do today. At like 2 p.m. Okie dokie. So I probably should write call me at 2 p.m. Darn. All right. That was a call back. Can this get out of my face? What? What? I already did this. 2 p.m. What? What? Clarissa. All right, whatever. We'll figure it out from here.
Hi there, you've reached Clarissa Miles, Principal Broker of RE/MAX Today, Tennessee, and Associate Broker of RE/MAX Today, Huntsville.
Dylan.
Hello, this is Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, how you doing today?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you for asking. It's just Stefan here. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting. Does that ring a bell?
We was.
Oh, okay, sweet. I just to let you know, I got to run in a couple minutes. Is now a bad time to have a really quick chat?
No, you're good. We're good. I'm just doing measurements on the house, but that ain't no big deal.
Are you building the house, or are you? Is it just something?
No, I'm running square footage on the house before I list it.
Okay, sweet. Hey, well, look at that. You got a new listing. Congrats.
That's right. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, let me start this off by saying, what's one thing you're grateful for today?
Getting these listings.
There you go. Hey, well, I mean, then I guess then this call is pretty appropriate because it's about getting you some more of those, right? So I guess, is that something you open to chat a little bit about?
Yeah, I'd like more listings.
Okay. I mean, you'd be surprised. Some people say you want more listings. I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? You didn't get in real estate just to get by. You got in to dominate, right? So
that's right.
Sweet. Well, I guess I just want to share a little bit about what we do and see if it's even a good fit for you, right? Like, I guess just for a bit of context, let me ask you a question. I take it, have you been called by those people that sell you ads and promise you'll become, like Ryan Serhant overnight? Have you heard something like that before?
I mean, I've heard stuff. I ain't never bought into any of that, though.
I mean, I wouldn't either, right? If I heard something that good, it's always too good to be true. And so I guess just to kind of set things straight, like we do something a little bit totally different, as a matter of fact, right? Like I said, my partner Asa, he's actually an EXP agent. And so the system that we have, we initially built it, right, for him as a realtor. And then we've, given it out to other agents, I think over like 70 across the U.S. now. And it's been absolutely ripping and printing deals for people. And that's why we're here just interviewing a couple extra agents in Huntsville and seeing if there'd be a good fit to take on and help them get an extra couple of people in. Right? Is that sound kind of interesting, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sweet. Well, Dylan. I was thinking Huntsville, Jacksonville, Dylan. How long have you been in real estate?
No, you're good. Since 2019.
2019, what is that, 6 years?
Yes, sir.
Man,
this will be coming up on my 6th year in July.
Well, hey, pre-congratulations, and also, dude, that's awesome, right? I know there's a lot of agents who give up after the first couple of years, so good on you for sticking with it, right? And seeing the fruits of your labor. Good on you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, right? Of course. Well, I guess the reason I wanted to call is see if what we do could work for you. Right? I mean, that's the most important thing, right? Like I said, I don't a lot of the agents I talk to, this can't work just due to their situation, due to what they're currently doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so when realtors usually come to me, they usually always tell me one of two things. Stefan, I need more volume, or Stefan, I got volume, I just need more quality, or Stefan, I've got all that, it's just the nurturing that's so difficult. But let me guess. You're the magic person. None of those apply in your world.
Well, everybody wants more volume.
Okay, more volume.
No, for sure.
Okay, awesome. I love the ambition, right? I mean, that's you'd be surprised when realtors are like, I'll just settle. I'm like, settle, man, we can't settle. And so when you say more volume, I guess how much are you doing now?
This year I haven't been as hot, but I've bought and sold a house this year, so I've kind of wasn't as.
Wow.
But anything north of $5 million per year in sales is what I want to do.
Gotcha. Okay, and what did you do last year?
$6 million and 7.8 the year before, and $6 million the year before that. So.
Well, why don't we push it for 10?
I've been above that. Why don't we push for 10? I would. I sure would.
Okay. Well, then I guess you said this year hasn't quite been as hot. Obviously, you've been busy buying and selling a house, right? I guess
yeah, I haven't been. Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a magic wand and could fix one thing to get you up to, let's say to get on pace for 10, what would that be?
What would be the cause of me getting to 10?
Sure. What would help?
More buyers, I guess. I mean, really more listings, but I've done most of my stuff with buyers for the most part.
Okay. And so I guess with that being said, are you looking to get more buyers in or sellers?
I'm looking to get more of everything.
Okay. Just whatever you can get kind of thing.
Right.
Sweet. Love it. Love it. Okay. And so I guess let's put it this way. If I could wave a little magic wand and send you an extra couple of buyers every single month, is that something something you'd be totally opposed to, or is that something you'd be, worth looking into?
I would love it, but it sounds like, well, I thought he was going to be sending me referrals from him, not I'm assuming I'm going to have to pay for referrals. Is that kind of what is going on here?
Oh, I guess there was a little bit of a misunderstanding.
Well, it wasn't a miscommunication. He just,
my bad.
I thought he was another realtor going to send some of his people this way or something.
He's sitting about 4 meters over from me, so I'll let him know after this.
Well, it wasn't his fault. I thought I took it as that, not the other way.
Okay. Well, I guess then let me just clarify. If we were able to still get you some extra referral type people, is that something you'd be open to looking into?
It is, but I'm not willing to spend any more. I've spent a lot of money this year on some stuff already that hasn't really been panning out. Not that y'all's wasn't panning out, but I don't want to spend any more this year until that one is ran out.
I got you. Okay. Well, and that's understandable, right? If I was in your situation, I'd probably want to do something similar. But
I spent $17,000 on leads, and I ain't even had a closing off one yet. So.
What? Where did you spend that?
But now, when I spent money on Zillow, I was making a lot of money. I did that on Realtor.com to try them out for a year.
$17K in Realtor.com, you got nothing.
I've had some showings and some things, but nothing. Which I mean, it can't pan out overnight.
Wow.
But still, that'd take a little bit to make my money back on that, and it ain't seeming pretty good right now.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
The only lead gen not lead gen, but the only thing I've paid for that's really worked for me has been Zillow.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
I've done Market Leader, and it was all right. I had it for 6 months both times, and I got one listing out of it, and I ended up having the buyer on that listing.
Yeah.
So I technically got 4 sides out of my year's worth on that, but it was really only 2 sides. I made the other 2 sides happen myself.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. I mean, yeah, that's the problem you go with such a, big corporate companies. They just send everyone the same kind of people, and then they just say, hey, figure it out. Here you go. We did our job. Right? They're not incentivized to get anything.
The reason Zillow worked is because they put you on the phone with them, talking to them immediately. Realtor.com and the other ones don't do that. They just send you their information, and most of the time they don't answer. But
yeah.
Now, I will say Realtor.com, they seem more responsive than Market Leader was. Market Leader was awful. I hated it.
Yeah, that's brutal. So Market Leader's the worst than Realtor.com.
Out of the ones I've done, yes. I haven't done them all. There's a million of them out there.
Yeah, and you probably won't get to doing all those in a lifetime.
Probably not.
Yeah, yeah. And
I didn't do that last year. I did $6 million. I didn't pay for anything last year. I went completely ad free. I spent $2,000 on advertising last year.
Gotcha.
And I still did $6 million.
Oh no, good on you. Good on you.
And then this year I've spent $17,000, and I haven't even made $17,000 yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I know you mentioned that with Zillow, they actually put you on the phone, and that's way different than what. Yeah, okay. It's funny. That's actually very similar to what we do, right? Is we'll put you on the phone, but we won't even put you on the phone until we have someone who's pre-qualified, right? They're vetted. They're not working with an agent.
Gotcha.
Right? They've got the intent. They've got the budget. That kind of thing. Now I know that right now you're kind of in this I don't know kind of phase, and fair enough, right? I mean, you got 17.
Well, I mean, I'd still like to hear the price and everything because Realtor.com ain't working for me. So
yeah, no, for sure, and that's something actually I'd be more than happy to get into. I guess. Price, I mean, I could share. We've got a bunch of different packages. Like I said, we don't have just like a one size fits all because we work with different agents who need different things, right? If you're coming to us and say, hey, I want to do 50 mil this year, that's going to look a little different than someone who's like, just please get me one extra listing, right? So it definitely ranges, right? And we've got on the very high end, we've got stuff, where it's even starting with referral fees you don't pay until after a couple of those deals close, right? So
Gotcha.
I guess with that being said, would it like Dylan, would it be a totally crazy idea to maybe chat a little bit more over Zoom, or I could even get our back end guy to jump on to show you our system so you can see how it's different than Realtor and Zillow maybe, and see if it could get you an extra couple of deals. Would that be something crazy?
Yeah, we can. Can we set up a time in a day? Because I'm about to write. I actually showed a house this morning. I got to write an offer on it. He just texted me and told me he's ready to write the offer in. So I need to get on that before my closing.
Congratulations! Oh, that's what I like to hear. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. We can get a time. Let me actually pull up the calendar right now and take a peek. I actually might even have some time later today or tomorrow. Which would work better for you?
Let's see here. I've got my kid all day tomorrow. Would Thursday work? You got something Thursday?
I don't know if the calendar's open that far. Do you have any? I could even do
late. Just 2 days.
I know we've just got so many people that if we don't limit it, it just gets crazy.
Well, anytime Thursday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. would be fine because I don't have anything on my calendar right now on Thursday.
Okay. And not even later today wouldn't work either, eh?
Well, as soon as I get done writing this offer, I'm going to head to my closing. And then that place we're closing at, usually I'm there at least 2.5 hours. So
okay,
I won't have time to do it right then.
No. Okay. I can see if I can pencil something in manually on Thursday. You said anytime works. Let's put it this way. What's a time you know 100%?
Yeah, I was going to say, you ain't got to just say 9 a.m. Central Time. I don't know what y'all are in over there.
Yeah, we're in PST. Could you do? Would it be horrible if we did 10 Central?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and that's a time 100%. You're good.
Oh yeah, y'all are behind us. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so 10 Central.
That'd been too early for you, right?
No, we've
still been getting up, getting ready.
No, we're actually up then. It's just that slot's already taken, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would even ask you if we could do earlier. Okay.
I got you.
Let's see. So Dylan. Okay, sweet. And I guess Dylan, just before I jump off here, one thing just to make it clear is the most important thing for me is alignment, right? And obviously, like you said, you've already dropped 17 on Realtor and got nothing to show for it. And so right now it's more just about finding some info and seeing if potentially, hey, maybe this is the magic bullet you've been looking for. And so let's say in a hypothetical world, right, we do, think you're like, wow, guys, this actually looks good. You guys actually have the results, right? You can not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. And all things do look good on both ends. We do just have a fully, refundable security deposit. Is that totally cool? Or is that going to blow the house up?
No, that's fine.
Okay, awesome. Just want to make sure that there's transparency here on both sides, right? So we're all good. Okay, well, Dylan, it's been super fun chatting with you. Congratulations again, and have fun closing that off tonight. It was a pleasure chatting with you, and I'll get my buddy. He's actually sitting in the office next door to me. He's the one, the back end guy who'll be hopping on as well. Get him to reach out to you and just say what's up, so you guys can connect before that call on Thursday. And check your email. I'll send you over some information there. It might be in spam. Just check it. It should be over in maybe 5-10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Dylan, you take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. about what? 14-minute call. It's actually not bad. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, Mama Smokey. That was a demo booked, I think. Yes. Wow, am I tripping out? Kelsey. Kelsey. From Austin, Tennessee. I don't even think she's from there.
Hello.
Hey, is this Kelsey?
This is Kelsey.
Oh, hey, Kelsey. It's just Stefan here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Who'd you say this was?
Stefan. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent down from Arizona. I think you guys were just chatting over text message.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I got to run in a couple minutes. Is now a bad time to have a really quick chat?
Okay.
If it's a bad time, we can pencil something else in. I just want to make sure that it's okay.
It's fine. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess, just out of curiosity, what's one thing you're grateful for today?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Tough question, eh?
Yeah. Just waking up, I suppose. But what did you say your first name was?
Yes, Stefan, Stefan. I'm Asa's partner. Yeah. I was just
okay.
Yeah, he's actually working right next to me. He was just chatting with and said, "Hey, I got to jump on queue. Give Kelsey a quick call and share a little bit about what we were chatting about." That's all. That's all the call.
Okay, yeah. If you could just run through it real quick for me. I don't have a ton of time, so I can't do a whole lot of back and forth discovery kind of stuff. But I would love to hear what you guys are proposing, and I can quickly tell you if I think it'll be a good fit.
Yeah, for sure. I guess if it makes more sense, I can always call back later. That's not a really big issue, right? If you're on a tight time, I don't want to have to run through and then not be able to give you all the information to make a proper decision.
Well, I guess my thing is when I take referrals from agents that I work with across state lines, it's literally, here's the referral and it's 25-30% at closing, and that's it. So really, if it's anything outside of that, then I'm not interested. I can tell you that much.
Okay. And I guess just to clarify, when you say you're not interested, it's you're totally opposed. Nope, nothing else. I won't do it. Or is it it'd have to be the perfect thing?
Yeah, I mean, if there's monthly fees or upfront fees or anything like that, I have to buy software, I have to do these other things. I'm not going to do any of that.
Okay. Is it fair to assume you've worked with a company and they've kind of burned you in the past?
It's that I get these calls all the time, and everybody wants me to sign up for this kind of thing, and I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
But if you guys, are active agents in your area, I'm obviously an active agent in my area, and if we wanted to have a working relationship like that where we just did the referral fee at closing, I'm open to that. But anything apart from that, I'm not open to.
Yeah. Okay, and I totally understand. And I guess, just to clarify, like I said, my partner Asa, he's an EXP agent down from Arizona, right? But what ended up happening is we built the system, worked really well, and we've started giving it out to other agents, help them transact an extra couple of those. We send about 1 to 5 deals out to the partners that we work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I guess that's just what I was calling for, is to see if there could even be alignment. Obviously, I've chatted with you for all of 2-3 minutes now. And so, that's just what I was calling for, is to see if they're that's the most important thing for me, is I don't want to tell you something, give you something that couldn't work for you, right? The most important thing for me is, hey, is there alignment? Does this even align with what you're looking for, with your goals, right? Because if that doesn't work out, then to hell with it. There's no point in us being on the phone, right? That's the most important thing for me.
Yeah. So the short answer is it must be different from that type of scenario.
It can be. We have a couple different options, right? Like, obviously, like you said, you've been called by companies before. This is something a little bit different, right? Like I said, like we're actually active agents, and the system was built doing deals in real life, right? And so it's not, I'm sure you get those companies, some like lead gen, right? It's like, oh, here's some leads. We don't do that, right? Actually, we pass you off ready to go, right? Qualified, no agent, all the kind of stuff. People write to you, whether you want that on the phone, et cetera. We can talk about the nitty gritties later.
Yeah.
That's kind of
well, we don't need to, I guess, if it's outside of the parameters that I just gave. So.
Okay, and I guess just to clarify outside the parameters, like what would those be?
If anything above a referral fee at closing, I'm not interested in.
Okay, well, we do have options like that, to be transparent. Now, also, just to be fully transparent, we don't offer that to everyone, just because obviously at the end of the day, right, if we do all the dirty work ourselves, find the people, qualify them, send them to you, and they're not able to close, and we don't get anything for our work, right? And so we do have options like that for paying at closing, but we're very, very picky with who we do give that to. Does that kind of sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I've been on so many of these calls, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So if you guys want to send me referrals that work that way, that's great, and I'm open to it. But I don't want to hear a whole pitch because having that kind of working relationship with other active agents doesn't require a pitch. Do you see what I'm saying? So
No, I understand.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
so.
and I guess just to make it clear then, like obviously, like I said, like my partner is an agent, but we do run a business now giving agents out these extra deals, right? And so that's kind of what I'm calling about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I guess no, I'm not interested.
Okay, and I guess just to clarify, to make sure I don't bug you again, when you say not interested, is it more of like a, hey, maybe just not now kind of thing? Because I know you've been called before, and right, this is the last thing that you kind of want to talk about. But like, if we waved a magic wand and we could send you extra people, is that something you're totally closed off to? Or is it like, well, maybe we could chat about it later?
If it's going to be the same chat like this, then no. I mean, I guess I've told you what I'm interested in. Anything outside of that, I'm not.
Well, like I said, we do have those kind of options. That's why I'm still on the phone. It's like we do have those kind of options. And like I said, I don't know if it could even work for you, right? I talked to you for 6 minutes. I don't really know much about you other than your name is Kelsey and you're from Huntsville, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'll make it simpler. No, I'm not interested. But I appreciate your time.
Okay. Well, take care, Kelsey.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye.
Leslie.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording.
Okay. All right, that was a good quick little session. I want to go get some food though. And we'll run back later. Oh, I just had such a big meal. Stir-fried beef, rice, and avocado. Probably should have went for a walk to let that digest, but actually before I do this, I want to do one thing. All right, whatever. We're back to business. Hawaii time, 8 a.m.'s a little bit. I don't have people there, so it doesn't really matter. Alrighty, let's rock and roll. Rachel.
Hello, this is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel, did I catch you at a bad time? You sound like you're in the middle of something.
Yeah, are you calling about the lead stuff?
Yeah, I'm Asa's partner. I'm not quite lead stuff, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I had sent a text saying after 3 would be better. I'm at a doctor's appointment. I'm in the waiting room, so this isn't really the best time.
I apologize. After 3. What time zone are you in? You're in Central?
Eastern.
Eastern, my bad. After 3. Okay, I will do that. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.
Hampton. Why do I feel like his name's going to be Andrew?
Hi, this is Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. It's actually Stefan here. I'm Asa's partner. He's an agent down from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, we were. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing amazing, man. I appreciate you for asking. How you doing?
Good. Busy day. Everyone's ready to get back to it after Memorial Day weekend. So.
You bet. How was your Memorial weekend?
It was great. I worked. No beer drinking, no parties.
Oh, look at you go. You're
all
locked
negotiations.
Oh, awesome. Hey, that's what I like to hear. An action taker, someone who's ambitious out there, making the most of even on the weekends and holidays.
Right.
Yeah, sweet. Well, Andrew, I guess I just want to quickly just kind of introduce myself and share a little bit about kind of what it is we're doing to see if it even is something that is in alignment with what you're looking for. I mean, that's the most important thing for me. So is that kind of cool if I just share a little bit on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. Well, Asa, like I said, he's actually sitting in the office beside me. He kind of just told me to call you and share a little bit of what we do. And so I just want to make this very clear. Like, I'm not here to try and sell you anything, right? I mean, the most important thing for me is if there's alignment, right? And a lot of people I talk to, like, we're not even the best fit 'cause we're kind of picky who we work with. And so that's kind of the reason for the call is to give you the information and kind of, chat a bit and see if there even is any alignment because that's the most important thing. Does that kind of sound fair?
Yep, that sounds good. I'm ready to listen to whatever you got.
Okay, awesome. Well, unlike most companies that, don't really just try and sell leads, like I said, Asa is actually a licensed agent, and this system kind of got built around that. And so I think at this point we've given it to over 70 agents, so it's been proven, it's been tested, it's phenomenal, it works. We only send you pre-qualified, ready to go buyers or sellers that actually, don't have an agent, that have been qualified, and our own team does all that work. And so I guess kind of give you a bit of a breakdown, right? Like I said, we're real estate growth partners. So we partner with agents across the country on a one-to-one basis to help them grow the transaction volume. And right now, we're just interviewing a couple of agents in kind of that Charlotte area to see, who would kind of be the best fit to take on. And so I guess just to make sure you're able to take on some more deals though, right?
Yeah, I have a bit of availability in my schedule right now.
Okay, awesome. And this, just to make this very clear, this isn't something we just want to do once. We'd want to send you multiple deals every single month. Is that still cool?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, awesome. And out of curiosity, Andrew, how long have you been in real estate for?
This is my 5th year.
Wow. Hey, dude, congrats. Well, I know a lot of people, give up after the first year or two because things are hard. So good on you for pushing through and staying with it. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely paid off. It's hard at first, but every year gets better and better.
That's like everything in life. Good things take time. You got to put in the work and build it up as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. And I guess you sound like a super ambitious guy. So I'm curious, how many deals would you want to be doing in a year?
So my goal for this year was to hit about 7 million in volume.
Awesome.
But really a monthly goal of mine is to hit 3 to 4 transactions a month.
Okay. Awesome. I love it. I love the ambition. And I guess when you say 7 million, what are we? We're almost pushing halfway through the year. Wow. Whereabouts are you at right now?
Right now, I have some deals not registered in the MLS. So between those and what is in the MLS currently, I'm probably pushing about half of that.
Awesome. So you're on pace. Is that going to be a record year for you?
It would be, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to, I guess, celebrate too early, but I guess a pre-congratulations. Hopefully I speak it into existence, manifest it rather than curse it. And I guess
I'm all about manifesting.
Oh, there you go. Look at us. We're both on the same page. And I guess, Andrew, what do you do now to kind of get the deals that you are working?
Everything I do is organic currently.
Okay, awesome. And when you say organic, is that word of mouth, SOI, social media? What does that look like?
Yeah, so word of mouth, attending events, really just pushing my presence out in the community, and then social media as well, which is kind of just where it's at.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I guess just from my understanding, I guess what's the rationale behind wanting to maybe look into other venues to get some more in when obviously what you're doing is going so great?
Well, it's never bad to have more deals. I'll tell you that. So I'm always going to be open to more opportunities and avenues.
Yeah, For sure. I'm on the same page, right? It's like, hey, if I can get healthier, if I can get more muscular, if I can get stronger, make more money, like how could I say no? So, I love we're on the same wavelength there. And so I guess, Andrew, my question for you then, like, if we could, let's say, magically, wave Willy Wonka's chocolate factory wand and send you an extra 1, 2, maybe even 3 deals a month, would that be a super crazy idea to chat a bit more over on like a quick Zoom call, right? I'll even get our back end guy to jump on and actually show you all the systems we're running for the other agents to see if it aligns with your goals, where you're trying to go. We obviously get you to 7 mil, and hey man, I mean, there's no harm in pushing to 8, 9, 10 as well, and see if it can work for you. Would that be a crazy idea, or is that something you'd be open to?
No, that would be fine.
Awesome. Okay. Well, then let me just quickly pull up our calendar and see what's a good time. I guess actually I might even, I don't know what it looks like for you. I might even have some time later today. I mean, why not get things over with and see what's there, or tomorrow? What would work better for you?
I can actually do probably later today would be best. Today is more of my office day. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the car quite a bit.
Okay. And when you say later today, like, are you maybe talking like 5, 6 p.m. or something later than that?
5 or 6 p.m. is fine.
Okay. Do you want to just do 6 and lock that in?
Yep, 6 o'clock works.
Okay, let me just quickly, what I'll do, so obviously I'm sure you want to do a bit of research. You've even got a YouTube channel. We'll send you over some of the agencies worked with, our system, kind of how it works. You can do all that kind of research before, as you seem like a smart guy. You'd want to do that.
Thank you.
You bet. I just want to make your life a little bit easier. What would be the best email to send all that info to?
Okay, so my email.
Okay, well, sweet, Andrew. It's been awesome chatting. I guess last just quick thing. Like I said, I mean, the most important thing for me is alignment, right? If we aren't fully 100% on the same wavelength, right? We're not aligned, then this won't work, and I have no problem saying that. And so,
Okay.
either way, whether yes, no, it's all love, right? We just want to make sure that you're happy and better off after chatting with us, regardless of what it is, right? Like my most important thing isn't to try and make a sale. It's to help you, and if it's a yes, then great. If it's a no, it's still great. It doesn't matter to me. And so I just want to mention one quick thing. If, let's say, all the stars align, everything does look good, you're happy, we're happy, and we do decide to partner up together, right, and start pushing for maybe even past 7, we go maybe 8, 9, maybe even 10, right? I know it sounds ambitious, but that's what I like to talk about. There is a fully refundable security deposit. Is that cool, or is that going to blow the house up?
I guess I'd have to do a little bit of research on it first before I could really make a decision. Yeah.
Of course. And obviously, like, on the call, we'll be more than happy to answer any other questions and go over everything so I just wanted to come out the gate and just share that to be transparent, right? I don't want to hide anything from you, and so I just figured that I would just let you know that beforehand.
Okay. Yeah, well, that was good to know. I'll do a little bit of research for our call tonight, and then I look forward to kind of getting a little bit deeper into the subject then.
Yeah, you bet, right? And I'm more than happy to even get our back end guy to answer any questions and show you everything. Like I said, that's only if all the stars align. That's the most important thing for me first, is to make sure everything is aligned, and then we can chat about that stuff kind of after.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, I hope you have a very productive rest of your day, and it's been amazing chatting with you, and looking forward to kind of staying in touch, and excited to hear how the rest of your year goes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you at 6.
All right, awesome. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. And demo booked. Let's go. Cameron. What's up, Cameron?
This is Cammie.
Hey, Cameron. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. I appreciate you for asking. I'm actually, it's Stefan. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting back and forth not too long ago. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, I was just chatting with him. He's actually in the office next door, and he said he's jumping on the call, and he asked if I could just give you a quick call to kind of share a little bit about what we were chatting about. I got to run in a quick minute. Is now a bad time for a quick chat, or is it okay?
I said 12:45 because I'm about to walk into a showing.
Oh, my goodness.
And I have about 6 back to back, so let me knock these out, and then I can shoot him a text when I'm driving home. I have about an hour after this last one to get back to my home office.
Okay.
'Cause I'm on the other side of town, so that drive would be a really good time for me.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly when I'll finish, but I'll shoot y'all a text and let you know I'll be stopping in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm about to pull up, so I'll send you a text and let you know kind of what time I think I'll be finishing.
Okay.
And y'all could call me then. Is that okay?
Yeah, so just to make sure 12:45 doesn't work, it's something later that'll work?
Oh, well, I said 12:45 Central time.
Okay,
so that
yeah, that's
it's
a little bit
1:10
back.
here
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
Yeah, so I just was trying to squeeze you in between appointments today.
Gotcha.
But, I don't want to, it's pouring down rain here, so I can't check my calendar.
No,
but
don't do that.
I think I have like 6 back to back, so let me see when this last one should end, and I'll shoot y'all like a window of when I'll be free.
Okay, sounds good. And I guess just so I know, like, is that going to be probably like later this afternoon, like pushing towards like 4 or 5 then?
It should be sooner.
Okay.
I'm previewing all these, so I'm just going to be like 15 minutes at each,
Okay.
so it really shouldn't be too long. I
Okay.
think probably like 2.5 hours, and then I'll be done, maybe less if I'm lucky.
Okay, awesome. Well, just so I have a general gauge of, to make sure I don't lose you, but sounds good. All right, well, you drive safe, and have fun at all these showings, and I guess we'll probably reconvene later today.
Yeah, I'll text you within the next 5 minutes of like a time frame that I'm expecting to be free, so
Okay.
y'all can just call me anytime then.
Okay.
And then I'll be around the rest of the evening too. This is my last in-person client, so I can be
Gotcha.
more flexible later this evening too if I need to be.
Okay, perfect. That sounds good. Well, have a ton of fun, have a blast, and I guess we'll probably chat later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. So 2.5 hours from now would be 12. Would be 12. Okay. Talicia? How do I say this name?
Hi, and thank you for calling. You've reached Talisha with Marks Payne Real Estate. If you would leave a message with the nature of your call.
Now that my heart pounds so much when the phone starts ringing. Oh, wow.
Hello, you've reached Gina Barlow with Keller Williams Realty. Your call is very important.
Chris. What's up, Chris?
What is Chris?
Hey, Chris, how you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you for asking. It's actually just Stefan here. I'm Asa's partner. He's an agent down from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting back and forth. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome, sweet. Well, I gotta run in a couple minutes. Is now a bad time to have a really quick chat?
No, it's fine.
Sweet. Hey, perfect. Like to hear it. Well, I guess just out of curiosity, totally random, but what's one thing you're grateful for today?
The rain has stopped.
Well, there you go. There you go. Is it pouring out there where you guys are?
It has been the last several days, but
Yeah.
it's seemed to settle out now.
There you go. Okay, well, sweet. Well, there you go. That's something to be grateful for. Awesome. Love it. Well, I guess the reason why I'm calling is Asa. He actually is sitting pretty close to me in the office over here. Told me to just give you a quick little call and share a little bit about what it is that we do. So I guess I just want to be very clear. Like, I'm not here to try and sell you anything, right? You know, most of the people I get on the phone with aren't even kind of the best fit. And the most important thing for me is alignment, right? And that's kind of why I'm calling, is to kind of give you the info, see if there's any alignment, right? Because that's the most important thing. And kind of go from there. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, it does.
Sweet. Well, Chris, I guess to give you a little scoop, unlike what most companies do, who just want to take your money and run with it and not get you any results, we make most of our money from you making money, which is kind of the cool thing. And so we're real estate growth partners. Like I said, my partner Asa, he's actually an EXP agent. And so this system we built, who I think over 70, 80 realtors are using it currently right now in the US, was built by being an agent. So, we got a bit of a different scoop because we actually understand kind of how the market works, et cetera. And so we partner with agents across the country on a one-to-one basis to help them grow the transaction volume and send them an extra couple of deals every single month. Right. And so we're currently interviewing a couple of people in that sort of Huntsville area to see, who would be a good fit to kind of take on. And so I guess I just, just to make sure here, you're able to take on a few more deals every single month, right? Is that something you can handle?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just had to make sure, otherwise we're pretty done pretty fast here. And Chris, out of curiosity, how long have you been in real estate?
Almost 18 years.
Almost. Wow, man, good for you. Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I know so many people give up so fast. So good on you for sticking with it. I love that.
Oh, I came in when the mortgage crisis was at its peak, and everyone thought I was crazy.
You've been through the ups and downs. Is fair to say, hey?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Well, good on you for getting into that time and then sticking through it. You must be very determined, very ambitious, very outgoing. Then is that fair to say?
I'm also the owner of the office and qualifying broker, so got a lot at stake. So I've got to produce, and I've got to make sure my agents produce.
You bet. Awesome. I love it. I love that you take a bit more responsibility than just yourself, but also helping other people. That's phenomenal. So I guess with that question, then how many you've got agents to take care of, you yourself. How many deals? I don't know if you guys do it collectively or just yourself. Do you want to be doing in a year? What was the goal you set this January 1st?
So, two goals were set. One is we're currently part of an exit franchise for 4 more days.
Okay.
And I chose as an owner not to renew. And my first goal was to go independent by June 1st. So that's happening.
Wow. Congrats.
Thanks. Second, on transactions, we've collectively over the last couple of years as an office done around 200 to 250 transactions. Our goal for this year was to get to 325.
Nice.
But that was also with the fact that I let go of a lot of dead weight, and knowing that was going to shake things up and might make a few agents nervous, but it's what had to be done.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Okay, sweet. I love it. I love talking to people who are ambitious, who are driven, who are always looking for more. And so 320, I guess, out of curiosity, whereabouts are you guys at right now?
We are, I think we're about 170 at the moment.
Okay, so you're almost a little over halfway, or almost spot on?
Yeah, we're probably a little bit ahead of where I thought we would be.
Awesome. It sounds like you guys are crushing it.
Yeah, I just looked the other day. I wrote it down here. Our association has over 400 offices, and we're currently ranking as an office number 68. So,
Sweet.
our goal was also to be in the top, in the top 75
Yeah.
for the association.
Well, I mean, you're there now. You just got to finish off the second half of the year strong, and you'll crush that goal. Love to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then I guess, Chris, the logical question that comes to mind is you guys are crushing, evidently. And it's what's the morale in perhaps getting some extra deals? Is it for you, or would it be perhaps for some of the agents that you work with?
Right now, I'm looking for me. Our agents, what I want to do over the next 6 months is make back what I ended up having to pay out to exit as a whole. And as a franchise owner, there was a lot of royalties that went out.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm looking at after doing taxes and getting everything set off, I need to build my business back up a little bit more from, because there was a lot of things I had to do for exit that pulled me away from selling.
Yeah.
And, there's things I want to get done. So right now it'd be for me. If later on, just whatever, just once I have a better understanding of what you're offering, if it's something that works for me, we may see about expanding it if that's an option later.
Gotcha. Okay. But for right now, it's to get you more deals. And then obviously, if you see it pan out, you're like, wow, this is good. Then the conversation about maybe getting some of your agents on would be in the future as well.
Correct.
Okay. Sweet. Gotcha, Chris. Okay. Well, then I guess my only question then is, let's say we could, wave a magic wand, send you over an extra couple of deals every month. Would it be a crazy idea to chat a bit more about this over a Zoom, where I'll even get our back-end guy to jump on? He can actually show you the systems we're running to see if it aligns with your goals. I mean, that's the most important thing for me is does this align with what you want to do, with where you want to go, right? And then see if it could maybe work for you. Would that be a totally crazy idea?
No, it would not be totally crazy at all. I mean, I think it might actually be good for me to have a better understanding of what you're doing.
Yeah, and of course, and obviously, the whole point of that would be to show you the system, right? To show you how it works, so you can get an understanding. And I'm sure you'll probably have some questions as well. And then, truth be told, our back-end guy would be way better to answer that than I ever would be, right? And so he can kind of give you the whole scoop, so that way you can really understand. And then you have all the information to make the proper decision. So I guess why don't I pull up his calendar and I'll see what would be a good time. Let me just quickly check this out. I'm not sure what your kind of schedule looks like. We could do there's 2 slots later today or maybe tomorrow. Which one of those works better for you?
Would not work for today.
Okay.
What time's on Wednesday?
Yeah, we've got you're in Central Time, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got in right near the end of the day, 5 or 7 Central PM tomorrow.
I'm actually out with a client at that point. I'm actually shadowing an agent, to be honest.
Wow.
So, what about Thursday?
Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, Thursday we've got a bit more of an opening. I guess are you more of a morning, afternoon kind of person? What does your Thursday look like?
Right now, the only thing I have a 9 o'clock that'll take about an hour. That's a Zoom with our CRM system, but other than that, I'm wide open.
Okay, so would you want to do? What about maybe 11 your time? Would that be a good solid time?
Could we do more 1 or 2?
1 or 2? Let me just check. 1. Yeah, we could do. Yeah, I could do 1. Would 1 work better?
1 works perfect.
Okay, let's do that. And obviously, I take it you probably want to do a bit of research. I'll make your life even easier. I'll send you an email. That'll have the invite as well. Check your spam. I don't know why. Sometimes it might go in there. Over the next day or 2, we'll send you a couple more emails, even with our YouTube channel, so you can kind of check us out, see what we're about, get to learn our system a bit more. And if you have any questions, you can also just respond to the emails or the text as well. So I guess let me just quickly, make sure. Chris, there's no way I don't spell that properly. It's CHIRS, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And wow, how do I spell your last name? The only one last thing, it's like I was saying before, like literally, Chris, the most important thing for me is alignment, right? If there's no alignment, there's no deal, right? And that's for both our ends. I want to make sure we're both fully happy, right? And so whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, it's all love either way, right? And so just like the last thing I want to quickly mention is let's say all the stars pan out, everything does sound really, really, really good. Just to be fully transparent, we do have a refundable security deposit. Now, once again, that's only if everything is aligned. Is that cool, or is that going to blow the house up entirely?
How much is the security deposit?
Yeah, that depends. It could be as little as a couple $100. It could be a little bit more. It kind of depends on what exactly we're doing for you. But like I said, that's only after everything is fully lined and it's totally refundable. I just figured I'd share that with you now before, blindsiding you out of nowhere. So just wanted to mention that.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I mean, if it all works,
that's
everything lines up, then we'll be good. Yeah.
Right. Like that's the first thing that's the most important to me is, will this work for you? Is this what you're looking for? Is this going to be the thing that's going to get you to the next level, right? Otherwise, if you're even 99%, it's a no-go. I want you to be, because we want to get our hands dirty as well, get in the trenches 100% on both sides, and that's the most important thing first.
All right. Awesome.
Okay. Well, Chris, it's been a ton of fun chatting with you. I will get you set up with our guy on the back end who will kind of just go through all this and share all this with you. Be on the lookout for a couple more emails over the next couple of days. It'll just share YouTube, a bit more information, so you can do a bit of due diligence before as well. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach me here. I'd be more than happy to answer anything else for you. Do you have anything else?
That's awesome. I appreciate it. I'll look for the emails.
You bet. Well, have an amazing, amazing day, and we will chat with you on Thursday.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, book him in. Whoopity doopity doo. Boopity doopity doo. That's a pretty good call, actually. I definitely could go a bit more in depth. I mean, why is it still saying I'm calling? What is going on? What is going on? What? How would? What? That doesn't make any sense. What is going on? What? Is there literally no leads? Have we actually called everyone? How do I check? I think we've called everyone. We've called everyone? Alright, well I guess that makes my job a little bit easier. Should we wrapping up around 3:30 CST? Where's my pencil? Well, I guess that's another, 2 meetings booked? Another 30 minutes? Not bad.
You have reached Major McCarthy's cell phone. Thank you so much for your call. I'm either on the other line or with a client. I look forward to speaking to you at my...
Hello, this is Joseph.
Hey, Joseph, it's Stefan here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. I appreciate you for asking. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent down from Arizona. I think you guys were just chatting back and forth. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, listen, I got to run in a quick minute. Is now a bad time to have a quick chat?
I've got to run quick here as well, but I've got a couple of minutes if you do.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully this won't take more than a couple minutes. I guess, the reason I'm calling is just to share a little bit more about what we do, right? So I guess, I just want to be very clear. I'm not here to try and sell you anything or get you to commit to something or give me your credit card info. Matter of fact, most of the people I talk to aren't even really a good fit. And so that's kind of why I'm calling, is to give you the info and see if there's any alignment with both of us, because that's what's most important. Does that sound fair?
It does.
Okay, awesome. Well, I guess just a bit of background, a bit of context on what we do is, like I said, Asa, my partner, he's actually an EXP agent. And so we built the system with him, and now we've helped, I think, over 100 agents currently in the U.S. Because we're real estate growth partners, right? And so we partner up with these agents on a one-to-one basis to help them grow the transaction volume. And so we're just kind of interviewing a couple agents right now to see kind of who's a good fit to kind of give the system to get some extra deals, right? And when I say deals, I'm not talking about sending you some crappy leads. You got to go call, and I'm sure you've been through that rodeo. You understand it, right? I'm talking about sending you people that are actually ready to go, not working with an agent, qualified budget, you name it, right? The whole 9 yards. And so I guess, with that being said, can you even take on a couple of more deals every month?
Yes, I could.
Okay, cool. And Joseph, how long have you been in real estate?
A little over 7 years.
Man, good for you. Good for you. I know a lot of people give up after the first year or two because it's tough. So good on you for sticking through it and staying with it.
Yeah.
You sound you sound like an ambitious guy. You sound like someone who doesn't give up easy. How many deals do you want to be doing in a year? Let's say.
Oh, I mean, per year, you mean?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 48 to 50.
Okay, awesome, man. I love it. And I guess how many are you doing now?
Last year I did 29. So far this year I've done 22.
Awesome. So you're really crushing.
Been a good year so far.
Yeah. What did you change from last year to this year to get so much, get so many more deals?
I wouldn't say that I really changed anything. I think I just got a little more focused. The majority of my business comes from sphere of influence marketing. And then I guess the biggest change was I did partner with a company that's doing a lot of strategic advertising for me on Google, and so I've picked up a lot of what I would call cold business, especially listings from just people searching for a realtor and finding me first.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. What's the company that you're working with?
They're called Diverse.
Okay, awesome. No, it sounds like things are going great, and I guess the only logical question that comes to my mind is dude, you're crushing it, right? You're on pace to hit your goal. You've almost done in 6 months what you did all of last year. And so I guess what's kind of the rationale behind like, wanting to maybe add an extra channel and get an extra couple of deals?
Well, I mean, I'm always open to more business, looking to grow my business, and in fact, looking to bring someone else on to work with me, and would love, just to have more avenues for being able to generate that business and grow the business.
Yeah, for sure. And when you say bring someone on, do you mean like an agent or like an assistant, or what do you mean by that?
An assistant, yeah. I'm looking to bring on an assistant here in the next couple of months. Just someone that can help do the not necessarily client facing work, but there's so much busy work that goes into running a real estate business. I do work with a transaction coordinator, so that makes that takes a lot of paperwork and admin off my plate, but there are in-person things that I could really use some help on to be able to, open my bandwidth to be client facing and serving those clients who are trusting me to get their property sold.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you can spend more time with the clients, work some more deals and have them kind of take care of, like you said, like the busy work, right? So you can be more of client facing.
Yep. That's
Sweet.
right.
Okay. Well, like, man, like it sounds awesome. I guess my question for you is then, like, would it be a crazy idea to chat a little bit more about this, maybe even over Zoom, where we can kind of show you what we're doing? And for all I know now, it won't even work. I mean, like, hey, you're already crushing it, so maybe you don't even want to add anything. But like you said, it doesn't hurt to look into an alternative that could get you an extra couple, and then obviously that would help expedite the process of getting someone with you. So I guess, like, is that a crazy idea to perhaps set some up where I can even get our back-end guy to jump on and show you what we're doing to see if it's in alignment with what you're looking for? Because that's the most important thing for me, Joseph, is like, is what we do in alignment with what you're looking for, where you're going, etc. That's the most important thing that I want to cover first.
Sure. Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. Well, let me do this. Let me pull up the counter and kind of see when he's available to kind of show that. Give me 2 quick seconds here. Wow, we actually, like, I might be able to have a bit of time later today or tomorrow. Which would work better for you?
Today is not going to work.
Okay.
Tomorrow, hang on a second. Let me look.
Yeah, what about like tomorrow afternoon? And you're in Eastern time, correct?
Yeah, Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I've got 6 p.m.
I should
your
be
time.
free after about 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Could you do 6 tomorrow? 6 your time, 6 p.m.?
Yeah, 6 could work. That'll work.
Okay. You say could work. Is there
No,
a time
it will.
Okay, it will. Okay, awesome. Let me quickly do that. Joseph, I think I can spell that. And obviously, I take it you probably want to do a bit of due diligence, take a look at kind of what we do, so I'll make your life a little easier. I'll send you in an email, a link to our YouTube channel. You can kind of see that, a bit more information on what we do and some of the agents we've worked with, just so you can kind of take a look at that before the call. And I take it you're probably going to have a bunch of questions, so we can jump on. We'll be more than happy to answer any of those for you. Let me just quickly go in here. How do your last name is Mc... have here is like I said, like Joseph, the most important thing for me is alignment, right? If you're not 100% certain, and same on our side, obviously want to make sure it's a good fit for both of us, then it's a no-go. Whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, it's all love either way. Like I said, I just want to make sure this could actually work for you, right? And so let's say in hypothetical world, all the stars align, and this is only after we've chatted. I just want to be transparent and mention that there is a refundable security deposit. Is that going to blow up the house, or is that okay if everything does align?
Well, it should be okay if everything does align, of course, depending on what that deposit is.
Of course, right? And that's for me the most important thing, is that things work out. And that's the first thing I want to chat about. I just figure it's worth mentioning this to you beforehand, before we blindside you, right? And so that's why I just figure, might as well share it now. That way, you understand, hey, I'm just trying to be transparent with you and whatnot.
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Hey, Joseph, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Any exciting things on the calendar for the rest of today, or?
Well, yeah, I'm running out the door to a listing appointment, and then
Sweet.
going to show properties to a buyer. So pretty busy day the rest of the way through.
Awesome. I love to hear it. You're busy. You're moving. You're making strides. I love to hear that. So you enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun, and look forward to chatting with you tomorrow afternoon.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Have a good one.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good catch. Kimberly. Whoa, what is her last name? I cannot be right.
Hello?
Hey, is this Kimberly?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Kimberly, it's just Stefan here. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, great. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I gotta run in a quick minute. Is now a bad time for a quick chat?
Yeah, just a quick one. I'm on my way back to the office, and a
Okay.
buyer's following me. Okay?
Oh, well, look at you. You're busy. You're on the move.
Yes.
Well, would you prefer that I perhaps call you back later today, or?
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
Are you soliciting a certain product? What are you wanting? Besides, because you said a referral. So what does that involve in a very fast explanation?
Yeah, so I guess like a little more info on exactly what it is we do.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So essentially what we do is we, as like I said, my partner's Asa, he's actually an EXP agent. He built a system that he used to start transacting deals. We realized the system worked really great, and we've started giving it to other agents across the U.S. We've currently given it to over 100 agents to help them get an extra couple referral quality deals every single month.
Okay, and how does it cost that agent
Pardon me?
to be
You
part
cut out
of
for
this?
a second. Can you say that again?
How much does it cost
Oh,
to
how
be
much?
part of this program?
Gotcha. Well, what do you want it to be? We can make it whatever price you want.
So there is a cost to being part of your referral.
I could make it free, right? Because like what we do is we actually partner up with agents and do all the dirty work, right? To get you an extra couple of people every single month that are looking to buy or sell. And so depending on kind of what you want, we can make you a custom thing, and it can be $0, it could be 10 million, right? Depends on kind of what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. All right. And why aren't you going to EXP agents?
Yes, we work with agents all across from different brokerages. It's not just limited to EXP.
I see.
Yeah.
How about doing me a favor? Can you email me your synopsis of it and let me take a look at it? And if it sounds like something that would do well for me, I will get back in touch. How's that?
Well, Kimberly, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an email that was better than a phone call?
Well, Yes, there is. It gives me time now that we've connected on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me time to look it over.
Okay.
And see if I'm interested instead of keeping me on the phone, and I get to look at it and pay attention to it.
Okay, and I guess just to be transparent, we don't just give this to everyone, right? We're looking for people to partner with, right? And so it's yeah.
Well, just to be clear, do you know how many times we're contacted with bullshit?
Oh, if I had to guess, at least multiple times a day.
Yeah, so that's why I need an email, and then I'll follow up if I'm interested. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I
and
understand.
I'm getting ready to go into my office with my buyer, so.
Yeah, I understand. You're busy. You're on a.
And I'm not trying to be rude, and
No, I
I'm
understand.
always try to be nice to people who call me. I mean, but I get called constantly, so.
Yeah, I know, right? And people selling you something that doesn't work, and they're trying to take your money, put it all, go to Vegas, put it all in black, and see if they can make a bunch more with it, right?
Right, but I'm all for a good plan. I'm open, so if it's something that would fit for me, I'm not opposed.
Sure.
How's that?
Yeah, of course. Well, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, you know as well, you're in sales, I'm in sales, right? You know as well as I do that sending an email is just, I can send you an email, you can look at it, it's going to get lost, and you're blah, 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 blah. We all know how it goes.
That is going to be the tip of, that is going to be your click to me. You're going to have to email me, and I'm going to have to see what it is, and then if I'm interested, I will say yes or no.
Okay, and I guess just so I know, when you say email, what is it specifically you want me to put in that email?
Tell me about your program. What are you looking for from me? Or what are you going to give to me? Just tell me about the program that you're selling.
Okay, well, I guess, to be clear, I don't want to sell anything. I don't even know if it could work, right? Like the most important thing for me is that what we do could align with what you're looking for. We don't have a cookie cutter, right? We're not like the other companies that just have a one-size-fits-all. What we do is custom-made to exactly what it is you're looking for. And that's why the first thing we do is hey, can we help you? Because if we can't help you, Kimberly, I'll just tell you that, right? And whether it's yes, whether it's no, it's all love either way, right? But the first most important thing for me is, can we help? Because if we can't, then I don't want to waste each other's time, right? And I'm sure you feel the same way, right?
Sure. Okay, well, I just pulled up to my office, and I appreciate your call.
You bet. Well, what about
Have a great day. I got my buyer is right beside me.
Okay, I'll call you back later, and then when you're not busy.
Remember, we're on different time zones.
Okay. Yep, that's not a problem.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I wonder if that was my fault, or if her literally getting to the place with her buyer. She said she's with her buyer before I even pitched, which means I think it was true. So I wonder if she said that because of, what is this? Who have I not called back? I think I've called everyone back. No. I really wonder if I could have got that. Could I have got that? It's just with time. It's just what was I supposed to do? I really think I could have come across not as different. I think it's a big thing. Yeah. Okay. I will write. Let's do. So it's 1 p.m. So it's 4 for her. Let's do 2 p.m. Let's do that. So we'll do a callback at 2 p.m. Move on to the next lead. John. Okay, John.
Hey, thanks for calling. You reached John Williams with eXp Realty. I can't take your call right now, but if you leave me a brief message, I'll return your call as soon as possible.
Sorry, John. Sophie. What a beautiful name. Do you have a website? Ah, yes, we do. Hey, is this Sophie?
This is Sophie.
Oh, hey, Sophie. This is just Stefan here. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. Does that ring a bell?
It does ring a bell. What was Asa's last name?
Sedam, Sedam.
Okay.
Yeah.
SEDAM.
Yeah, I know you asked, you said, do you guys have a website? I think that's what you just texted him not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to, I was actually just talking with Asa. He sits beside me in the office. He just jumped on the call and just asked if I could quickly reach out to you and just kind of share a bit more info. I know you're asking about a website, and I figured, like, hey, you know, I can send you over our YouTube channel, our website, you know, the hundreds of agents we've worked with. But I figured it'd be better, you know, I'm sure you probably have some questions and kind of give a bit more information. That way you can have all the information to make a decision. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I'm happy to hear. I'm not sure what pitch I'm going to hear right now, to be completely honest.
Sure.
I feel like I'm setting. I feel like you're giving me a sense that maybe I'm not sure really what I'm. What. So what are you having to offer? What do you got going?
Yeah, really good question. That's the $1 million question everyone asks. And so, like I said, Asa, my partner, he's actually an EXP agent from Arizona. And so, being an agent, he built out the system where he was able to get an extra couple referral quality deals, unlike all, you know, not the stuff that everyone else is doing where they're just giving you some crappy leads, but real people that are ready to buy or sell and don't have an agent, yada, yada, the whole 9 yards of the qualification process every single month. And we've started licensing this and building the same system out for other agents. I think we're currently working with over 100 agents across the U.S. on a one-on-one basis. And so that's kind of what the call is regarding. Now, granted, the whole purpose of this is to share more information, see if it's even in alignment with what you're looking for, and if we could help you, because those are the two most important things to me.
Okay, so you're basically, so is this like a Sidam realtor, founder of Ablaze AI? So basically, you're a lead gen company, right?
Oh, that you're gonna call us that low, hey?
Well, I mean, just be honest about what you're. This isn't like really about referral partners, right? Where he has his own, you know, his own clients, and so this is basically you're a lead gen company, and you're looking for. I mean, I'm happy to hear your pitch if it's compelling, you know. You know, maybe there's something to do, but. You know, I like to be direct.
No,
I'm a direct person.
Yeah, it just hurts my heart when people say we're a lead gen company because we do so much more. And I get it. You know, you get called all the time by people that are just, you know, that do just sell you the leads, and you've probably tried it before, lost a bunch of money, and only got a few people who just, you know, wasted your time. I understand, right? Fair enough to put us in the same kind of bucket. But what we do is entirely different, right? Obviously, having, you know, the guy, right, Asa, my buddy who started this whole thing, being an agent, you know, we've got a bit of hands-on in the game, so we kind of know how it works. And so, yeah, like kind of like what you said, it's a little bit different than I would say just a lead gen company. But yeah, we partner with agents one-on-one and build them out their own custom system that we've, you know, worked on for the past couple of years to help get an extra couple of deals in each month. But I guess, like, let me just ask you this, like, can you, pardon me?
Got it. So yeah, I think I'm understanding what you're saying. So basically, you basically want, you know, to be paid some amount of money, and you guys are gonna, you know, call, text, email, do whatever it is that you're gonna do, and generate leads. Is that right? And you're gonna qualify them, basically.
A little bit. You're not. I guess it's. I apologize if I've done a bad job explaining. But yeah, that's kind of the right path. I just want you to be direct.
To be honest, I just want you to be direct and tell me exactly what the pitch is. I hear a lot of these things, and if there's something differentiated or, you know, truly interesting about what you're doing, I'm going to understand that.
Yeah.
So just spit it out. What is it? Because I'm not going to do something if it's I pay you $5,000 and yada yada yada. I'm not going to do that, because I know this market really well, and it's a difficult market to do lead gen in. It's a very difficult market.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be paying. I'm not going to pay you $5,000 to set up the system. Yada yada yada. I have enough experience in the market where it's a difficult thing, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And these leads require longer term nurturing. So so
you know, is there a point in us talking further, or?
I would say there is. Obviously, if you are completely closed off, then obviously that's a no go. But you sound like someone. You sound like someone who's reasonable. You sound like someone who's ambitious, who's always looking to help more people out. And so I don't think that it could hurt to chat. And at the end of the day, obviously, my goal is just to give you the information so you can make a decision. Right? That's all my goal is.
I know. We're target. Is basically your pitch. I pay you $5,000 or something like that, and you guys are going to generate now business. Is that the pitch?
I wish. If it was that easy, that'd be awesome. Not quite, no. I guess if you're talking in terms of, you're probably wondering, do I got to pay these guys $20,000 today and then get nothing from it? We've got different things, right? Like if we've got different packages for different people, it depends on kind of what you're looking for, right? Only talking with you for 6 months. I don't know much about you other than your name is Sophie, right? And you're in down below San Jose, right? In that small little city.
I'm not I'm not real close to San Jose. I live on the Monterey Peninsula. Okay, I gave you a shot. You're not giving me much. So I wish you luck. If there was specifics that you wanted to share via text or something like that, I'll be happy to.
Like specifics in like what we would do for you. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Okay, I wish you luck. I really do. I sincerely wish you luck. I'm going to hang up now because I'm not feeling this is going anywhere. But I truly wish you luck, and I just don't think I'm the customer for you. So have a great day.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I fucked that one up. I let it get too far to reach. That's okay. We live and we learn. Brian, let's go, Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello, it's Brian.
Hey, Brian. This is Stefan here. How you doing?
It's Stefan.
Good. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, regarding the referral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, listen, I got to run pretty quick, but is now a bad time for a quick chat, or are we all good?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of a couple things. Are you like a referral company, or what are you?
Yeah, so good question. So like I said, Asa, my partner, he's actually a licensed agent with EXP. And so what we do, I guess a bit more on that, is we actually partner with agents one-to-one and implement the same systems we've built out on a custom kind of basis to help get an extra couple referral-like deals every single month.
Yeah, I'm not interested. Thank you, though.
Okay. And Brian, before you go, one question. No, not allowed one question. He already says he's interested. That's okay. Connie? I have no idea. Let's go find out.
Hello, you've reached Connie Goodall with the Goodall Group. Currently, I'm unable to take your call, but your call is very important to me. So if you'd please leave your name, number.
Carla.
Hi, it's Carla Griffin with Coldwell Banker Brokers of the Valley in Napa. Sorry I missed your call.
Wow. I've had more answers than no answers, which is kind of crazy.
Hi, you have reached the phone number of Tim Nguyen, the real estate broker and owner of Teacherman Inc. Please leave a short message and your phone number, and I will return your call.
How do I even say her name? Christina? I wonder if it's Christina? Christina? I got no idea.
Hello?
Hey, is this Christina?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Mic
Yes,
check. Oh, hey, can you hear me now?
I can.
Oh, the universe is trying to disconnect us. Is this Christina?
Yes. Who's
Oh,
calling?
it's Stefan here. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting.
Okay, about the referral?
Yeah.
10% referral fee? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick ring and share a bit more information about that. Is now a bad time for a quick chat?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Awesome. Well, and by the way, how do I say your name properly? I don't want to butcher it ever again.
Christina.
Okay, gotcha. And Christina, what's one thing you're grateful for today?
What am I grateful for?
You bet.
Living in Miami Beach.
There you go. So you're on the East Coast on the nice sunny side.
Exactly.
Wish I could say the same.
Well, you're calling from Arizona?
I'm actually located up on the Pacific here, right above California. But that's where my partner's from. He's from Arizona. Yeah, we're actually living together right now. Funny enough, but we're out just on an Airbnb, just kind of traveling a little bit.
Beautiful. How
Exploring
nice.
the world. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's been great. But it's funny. I was actually just talking to Asa. He jumped on the call, and that's why he asked if I could just give you a quick ring. And I just, he just asked if I could just share a little bit more about what we do. So is that kind of cool if I do that?
Yeah, that's fine. That'd be great.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess I just want to be very clear. I'm not here to try and sell you something, right? I know that's what most of the calls are. Like, oh, please pay us 10 grand so I can go to Vegas, put it all in red, and hopefully make my money back, kind of thing. As a matter of fact, most people I get on the call with, this isn't even a good fix. We're pretty picky on who we build the system out for, because obviously, working on the referral kind of basis, and that's kind of why I'm calling, is to give it information and see if there's any alignment. Because that's the most important thing. Is hey, is there alignment? Does that kind of sound fair?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And so I guess to give you a bit of background on kind of what we do, like I said, Asa, my partner, is actually an agent. And so we kind of built the system out, and now we've started partnering up with agents across the country. I think we've worked with over 100 now in the U.S. alone. And partner with them on a one-on-one basis, help them grow their transaction volume, right? By giving you more of these referral type deals every single month, right? Not just a one and done, like here you go, figure it out, but every single month to help you kind of grow that transaction volume. It's typically between 1 to 5. And so I guess just to kind of make sure are you able to take on a couple more deals every month?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. I love it. I love the ambition. I love the excitement there. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and I guess, Christina, how long have you been in real estate?
15 years.
Wow.
Over 15 years, about 17 years. So I'm really good as a selling agent. I'm really good as a buyer's agent. I love negotiating and putting deals together and closing deals as well.
Oh, I love it.
How does your platform work? So is this like you generate leads and I just pay you at closing? Or is there a subscription?
Yeah, so there's no subscription, there's none of these monthly fees, none of that. And in terms of like the actual like logistical pricing, it really does depend on kind of what you're looking for, right? Like I said, like we're not just a lead gen company that's just going to send you some leads and help you close, right? Our goal is to actually send you deals, right? Put money in your pocket, because that's what matters at the end of the day, right? It doesn't matter how many leads you have, it matters how many of those buyer broker agreements do you have signed, right? And so that's what we're doing. And so, but then again, it really does depend, right? We talk with agents, doing 50 mil a year. We talk with some doing 1 mil a year. And so it really does depend on kind of what it is we need to do. And that's why what we'll do is custom build. That's why my goal is to kind of figure out where you're at, what you're kind of doing, if we could help. And then if there's even some kind of, maybe this could work, is to set up another call to see how that would look logistically and if there is alignment between us. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I guess, you sound pretty ambitious. I mean, being in the game for 15, 17 years now, you've been through all the hard struggles. How many deals do you want to be doing in a year, let's say?
Well, I definitely want to be doing over 30 million in volume.
Okay.
And so, I mean, that could be 10 deals.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the price of the home.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess roughly what are you doing now?
Right now, I'm working, well, I closed $1 million up to now. I'm working with a $10 million client, another one, a buyer that's also looking in the 500,000 range.
Okay.
Another one that's in the 400 range. So, I mean, it varies. My price point can be for investment property that's like in the 300s.
Okay.
And up to 10 and 20 million.
Okay, awesome. Sounds like you've got a whole wardrobe of different things you can do.
Correct.
You're the go-to, hey?
And then I also do interior design and staging, so I help clients with that as well.
Wow. You really do everything. You're like Superwoman.
Well, they don't just close. I don't let them go that easily.
There you go. I love it. Well, listen, if we could, let's say, help you get an extra, couple of deals every single month and just, help push on to that and help you work with more of those dream clients that kind of you're looking for, would it be a totally crazy idea to chat a little bit more about this over perhaps a Zoom call? I can even get our back-end guy to jump on to kind of show you the whole system so you can kind of see it for yourself. And that way you have all the information. You can kind of see like, hey, is this something that could work with me? And could this get me closer to my goal? Because that is the most important thing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not available for a Zoom call now.
No, of course not. No, I know I called you out the blue on a random Tuesday afternoon here. I didn't expect you to be, totally ready. So what if I've actually got some time tomorrow. Would that perhaps work tomorrow in the afternoon?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. You're in Eastern time, correct?
Yes. So I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock.
11.
Is that too early for you? Oh, that's like 6 in the morning. No,
No, it's not too early. We all get up super early, but we've got that blocked off. The earliest to have on a Wednesday would be 6 your time. Would that work or?
6 my time.
Yeah. 6 p.m. just to clarify.
Is that the earliest you have?
Yeah, I could look at Thursday. We do have some earlier spots on Thursday.
Yeah, maybe Thursday. Then.
Okay, what's like the best time for you on Thursday? I'll see if I can make it work.
4:30.
4:30. Okay, let me take a peek. 4:30. Could you do 4 or 5?
5.
5. Okay, let's do 5. Boom. Let's do that. Okay, and then how do I spell your name?
Just put Chris. It's easier.
Okay, and that's with a K? K-R-I-S?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And then what would be the best email? I'm taking, you want to do your due diligence and take a look at that. So what I'll do is I'll make your life even easier. I'll send you an email and just check your spam. It might go there. I'll send you, our YouTube channel, all the results from the agents we've worked with and anything else that you need to know. So what would be the best email to send that to?
Monthly fees and it's 10% on closing.
No. So I guess like let me clarify that. So we have different, like I said, like it really depends on what you're looking for. Different offers for different people, and that's what the call will be about. And like I said, our back-end guy will jump on and really solidify that to give you everything you need to know, right? So that way you can make an informed decision based on that. When you kind of know, like when we kind of okay, what is it you're kind of looking for, and then we can kind of make you a custom kind of thing and share that with you. Now I guess I'll be, like I said, there's no monthly. You don't have to like keep paying us every single month for the next 17 years. We're not going to lock you into anything like that. There's only one crazy contingency, and that's that. Let's say for whatever reason, all the stars align, right? And everything looks good. You're super happy, and context, this is only if you're super happy, right? If you're 99%, it's a no-go. Only if you're 100% happy, and we're happy too, we do just have a small refundable deposit. Is that okay, or is that going to blow the house up?
What's the deposit?
It depends, right? It could be a couple $100, right? It really just does depend. But once again, that's only if you are 100% like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. And like I said, it's fully refundable, and that's only if you're like, hey, this is everything I need. If it's anything shy of that, you don't have to worry about that. We'll just give you all our information, give you all the value, and you can have an amazing rest of your day.
Okay, so you're saying that to start, I have to put a deposit, and if I'm not happy with the services, that is refundable? Of
course, right? And why would we want to work with someone if you're not being happy, right? That means we've messed up and we got to take ownership of that. But that's once again, that's only after like, okay, I like what you guys are showing me. I want to do this, which is like, that's the most important thing for me first. I just figured I'd share you this. That way I'm not blindsiding you. I want to be transparent. I want to be open. I want to be honest here, just so that way you know, right? But like I said, the most important thing for me first is like, hey, is what we have going to be a good fit for you? And on both ends, right? We want to make sure you're happy. We also want to make sure you're happy because we're getting in the trenches. We're going to do a ton of work for you. We're going to get our hands dirty. We're going to talk to all the people. We're going to generate all these people for you. We're going to talk to them, have our internal team call them, qualify them, and only send them over to you once they've been double qualified.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, awesome. Well, I will send you that invite. Check your email. It might go into spam, and otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on Thursday at 6 Eastern.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Have a great day.
You too.
Surfside. What is the pre-qualification? What else? What else did we talk about? What else did we talk about? I forget, to be honest. So it is what it is. Okie dokie. Demo booked. My stats are low-key crazy. Didn't I already call this lady? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hi, this is Kim.
Hey, Kim, it's just Stefan here. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. I appreciate you for asking. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent down from Arizona. Does that ring a bell?
The agent from Arizona.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you guys were just texting. Does that ring a bell at all?
Perhaps yesterday.
Oh, okay. It was yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm late to the party then. Okay, but he did text you though, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, I gotta run pretty quick. Is now a bad time for a quick chat?
I'm in the middle of doing a walkthrough actually.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yikes. I guess what's a better time for us to reconvene and then can share some more info on that.
Yeah, probably maybe in an hour and a half if you are available.
In an hour and a half, I will write it down on my calendar and do my absolute best to call you right then. So let's do
Okay.
this. Okay,
Good.
awesome. Well, you have an amazing walkthrough, and I'll chat with you later.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. So Seth. I once had a buddy named Seth. This is yesterday.
Good afternoon, this is Seth.
Hey, Seth, it's Stefan here. How you doing?
What's up?
I'm not much, just talking to you, I guess. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. I think you guys were chatting yesterday over text message. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what's your name though?
My name is Stefan. I'm actually Asa's partner.
Stefan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This
cool name,
girl
hey.
texted me yesterday, said she's going to call me in a few hours or shortly. She never called back.
Oh, well, he's sitting probably about 10 meters away from me. So after this call, I'll go let him know that he's not a man of his word.
Well, Anyway, so what's going on, man? I'd like to, more business. So what do we got to do here?
Yeah, you bet. So that's actually what I'm calling for, right? I just wanted to share a bit more information on what it is we kind of do and see if it's even a fit, right? I mean, that's the most important thing. And so just to be clear here, I'm not trying to sell you something. I know you get a lot of calls where the person's like, well, you know what, Seth, what's your credit card number and send me 10 grand right now. And I'll get you a couple leads and they're going to take it, run to Vegas, put it on black and hopefully, double their money really quick. Not really about that. Not really what I'm trying to do is we're trying to actually make a bit of a difference here. So that's kind of what I'm calling is to kind of share the information with you. So is it cool if I just share a little bit more about kind of what we do?
Yeah.
Cool.
Please.
Cool. Yeah. So, like I said, my partner Asa, he's actually an EXP agent down from Arizona, and so the system was initially built for him. Realized the system worked really well, and ever since then, we've partnered up with over 100 agents to help implement this exact same system. We're sending about 1 to 5 deals per agent every single month. So it's pretty cool. And so what we do now is we partner with agents across the country on a one-to-one basis to help them grow their transaction volume. And so right now, we're currently interviewing a handful of different agents this week to kind of see really who's another good fit to kind of help implement the system for. Like I said, it's a big custom thing. It's not like all this cookie cutter here, take it and run with it. And what we're doing is sending you fully vetted, qualified, not working with an agent, people that are actually ready to go, not the typical tire kickers that are wasting time and all that stuff that people are always promising.
What do you want from me to get this thing going?
What I want from you, I mean, I guess, you ready to go already? Does it sound that good?
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah, what do we got to do?
Well, Seth, like the most important thing for me is I want to make sure it's a good fit for you, right? Obviously, if I had to assume, you could probably take on an extra couple deals every month.
Look, man, 25 to 50% of my deals each and every year for the last 5 years plus probably have been licensed agents in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm highly qualified to get business done.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending any money setup fees. So I don't want to spend an hour on the phone with somebody and then find out, whatever. I got to pay money. I'm not paying a dime.
Gotcha.
So if you want money for me to get this thing going, the conversation ends.
Okay. So Seth, I guess we'll make it quick. I have one question for you then.
Go ahead.
Let's say if I said I was going to send you 3 people this month and you knew it, like it was written in, you could fast forward into future and see what was going to happen. You'd be totally closed off to the idea of even spending a cent to make that happen.
I'll pay you when it closes, man. That's my thing. So if that doesn't work for you guys, then, we're not a good fit.
Okay, yeah, we do have a couple options that are pay at closing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you because I'm not about that, right? Obviously, nothing that holds value in life is free. I mean, I guess unless you win the lottery, right? But we have a structured system that kind of gives you the service we provide at our own cost. So we don't take any of that 10 to 15% commission fee until you've closed anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 deals, depending on kind of the home price.
Fine, do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as simple as just do it, right? We're looking for people to partner with on a long-term time horizon.
Okay, take it long-term. If you have a system that works and you can send me leads and I close them, I'll gladly pay you long-term. No problem.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, we're looking for partners as well. So as much as you're looking to see if it's a good fit, we're also, looking to make sure that you're someone that can, close the deals, right? Because obviously if we send you deals and they just fall through and nothing happens, then we don't make any money on our end, right? So we're pretty picky with who we give this system to. So I guess, Seth, let me ask you this. Would it be a totally crazy idea to sit down at a different date and chat a bit more about this to kind of give you the information, to show you the whole system, run you through it, and even talk through what that looks like logistically?
What? I don't know, man. I don't mean to sound full of myself, but
sure.
Okay, I have 4 listings right now.
Sure.
One guy's been building in this town for 35 years, spec homes.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a well-known general contractor in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
One guy's had his real estate license for 30-plus years in this town, and he relies on me to help him buy and sell and gives me referrals to his friends that are, community leaders in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you want from me? I'm not trying to beat my chest, but I'm highly qualified. I'm telling you, let's do it. Find me 1 lead, I'll close it, and I'll give you your commission, and we'll be off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
Sit down and watch a presentation, man. I really don't.
Pardon me?
I don't need to sit down and watch a presentation of how it works.
No, of course. No, of course not. right? But like I said, it's like we don't just call people and say, hey, yeah, you're good. Okay, great. We'll take your word for it. Woohoo, away we go, right? We'll actually set up the system for you, custom build it for you for exactly what it is you need, and then run it. So it's not just like, okay, great, yeah, you're in, woohoo, away we go, right? Does that kind of make sense?
Okay, so what do you want from me, man?
I mean, all I'd want is a bit of time just to sit down with our back-end guys. He could show you what it looks like. That's all.
Great.
Okay. So, is that cool if we schedule in some time and we can have a chat around that?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's do this. What is your today's pretty booked up? What does your tomorrow afternoon look like? What time are you in, by the way?
I don't know, man. Look, what are you telling? Is this gonna work at pay at closing, or is this like some sort of setup fee?
We do offer a pay at closing, yes, but like I said, we don't offer to everyone, right? There's a lot of agents who say they're good, and then turns out they've only closed one deal in the past 3 years, and it's like, oh, okay, you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk.
Well, you can look up on the MLS. I mean, clear cooperation policy is in full swing now. I can't sell them off market anymore.
Yeah.
So
no, exactly.
I mean,
right?
you can see that what I've done. I haven't done much in the last year. I took the whole year off last year.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like if you don't want to sit down and chat and see our thing, that's totally fine as well. You know, I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do, but I take it, you know, you're an ambitious guy who's looking to get more deals, and so I figured, you know, it couldn't hurt to look at a possibility to make that happen.
Why don't you just email me the details? Well, what is it? What? I'll read it.
Seth, you're a sales guy like me. You know I can't just do that. Have you ever had an email that was better than a phone call?
Yeah, I mean, if it's right, it's right. I mean, what?
Okay. Well, then, what if we and listen, I don't want to make you do something you don't want to do. Right? I want to make that very clear. Like, I want to make sure that if you're doing something, it's because you feel like it's something you want to do. But let me you seem like a guy who's driven, who wants to do more. And it's like, obviously, like we said earlier, is you're open to taking on more deals.
Dude, I don't know what happened here, but I'm willing to do this thing. I've been on the phone with you for 8 minutes. I don't even know what the fuck it is. You know, I don't know what you're asking of me. You know, you're telling me there's a pay at closing, but for some reason you feel bad about it. You'd rather have me give you a bunch of money at the beginning because I'm going to make a bunch more on the back end, it sounds like. And you know, I get calls like this all the time. I mean, I don't understand. If you have something that works, send me a deal, and I'll be yours forever. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
think my patience for this phone call has ended.
Yeah. Well, okay.
If you can send me an email, I'll read it. You know, great. But I'm not gonna set up some fucking Zoom meeting to spend an hour. You know, this side, that side, the other side, only to find out you want a bunch of money from me. That's not fair.
I take it you've had a bad rodeo in the past, eh?
Yeah. Have a good day, man. I've been doing this for a long time. People call me and sell me shit every day, and I don't buy any of it. You know, it's real simple. You want to do business with me, send me a lead, and I'll fucking close it, and I'll pay you, and we'll just keep it going. But I'm not going to sit around and do Zoom meetings and bullshit. Have a good day.
All right, man. You take care. Oh, the urge to call someone out is big, but I gotta get the ego down. I fucked it up. That was just my bad, to be honest. Like, I should have done a way better job on that call. But then again, you call people who have had some triggers in the past, and sometimes it's difficult. That's okay. We live and we learn. All right. Let's see how many leads we got in here. There's only one unattempted lead. Mine. Rhonda. Oh.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
All right, we back. So what does it mean? Jerry?
Hey there, it's Jara Franks at Leading Edge Real Estate. Sorry I missed your call. Leave.
Hey, thank you for calling. You've reached Jason Phelps with Coldwell Banker Realty. I'm sorry that I missed your phone call as I'm on.
This is Corey Cooper.
Hey, Corey, this is just Stefan here. How you doing?
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Sure.
Oh,
Who is this?
yeah, it's Stefan here. How you doing?
Oh, Stefan, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent from Arizona. I think you guys were texting back and forth not too long ago.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Sweet. Well, how's your day going so far?
It's going pretty good. I've got about 15 minutes to talk before I have to run to my next appointment. But,
Okay, perfect.
I was anxious to kind of hear what your situation is there and see if there's a way that we can, I'll use an old word, synergize.
That reminds me of my old hockey stick, actually.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, yeah, I'm more than happy. I guess that's kind of what this call is for, is kind of share a little bit more info and kind of like the referral system and see if it could even be like a good fit in the first place. I just have a couple questions. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Please go for it.
Sweet. So, I guess, Corey, how long you've been in real estate?
Originally licensed in October of 2001.
Wow.
And then in March of 2006, I obtained my broker's license. So all told, 24 years.
Wow. Okay. So do you run a brokerage now then?
Yes.
Okay. Is that kind of like the main gig that you're doing, or are you still kind of transacting yourself on the side as well?
Oh, it's just me.
Okay. Gotcha. Sweet.
I'm a one-man shop, and I've sold probably. I don't know if you're familiar with the locale here, but I'm on the San Francisco Peninsula.
Okay.
I'm basically midway between San Francisco and San Jose.
Okay.
Average sales price here is probably around $2 million.
Gotcha.
And I do probably, I would say, probably over 350 homes, probably around 400 million.
Wow. In total since you started?
Yeah.
And that's since 01 or since 06?
01.
01. Awesome, man. You're crushing it.
Well, I got a family you got to take care of. You got to make money.
That's I love that. I love that, providing for them and making sure they're all good and taken care of.
Yep.
Sweet. And so I guess obviously, 400 mil over the past, 24 years. Like, I guess that's kind of split up differently. So what's kind of like, how many deals do you kind of do an average now, would you say?
Well, yeah. So give you an idea. So this year I've got 10 deals closed.
Mm-hmm.
Got a listing coming next Friday, and I've got 2 buyers I'm working with. So.
Okay. Sweet.
I would say that I'm probably in that $20 million range already for the year.
Awesome, man. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. That's most, what is it? I think it's like 60, 70% agents only do like $8K a year, if any at all. So you're well above that threshold. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Well, go on.
If you pardon my French, there's no fucking around here. I gotta get buyers and sellers and get people into contract.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's the way it should be, I think a lot of people get into real estate just to kind of dick around a little bit, and they think it's just going to be this easy cop out, and then they realize there's a lot of work involved, and then it's kind of like, oh, I didn't sign up for this, and then they're, kind of dragging their feet.
So tell me how this would work for us.
Yeah, so that's kind of like, I guess, I'm not sure how much kind of info the text kind of shared, but like Asa was saying, he's obviously an licensed agent with EXP down in Arizona, and so basically this is a system that he built initially for himself and realized, wow, this thing actually helps get real deals, right? Real buyers, real sellers to people in real time that isn't just, dicking around. And so we've started, giving the system and building it out for other agents on the kind of like a custom basis. And we're working with, I think, over 100 agents now to give referrals, or I guess referral-like deals every single month, not a one-off, hey, here's this one person, but like on a kind of consistent basis is kind of what we're looking to do and kind of pass off. And so I guess is taking on more deals something you're kind of in the market for, if you will?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so like I guess most of the agents that I personally talk to, they're always saying one of three things, right? One, they're like, Stefan, we just need more volume, I'm good. Or like, Stefan, we're good, we got the volume, we just like a bit more quality and we're good to go. And some of them like, we've got that down. It's just like the nurturing where we just kind of need a bit of help. And it's like, if any at all, like which would you say kind of apply the most in your kind of world?
I know, for me, a lot of my business is past clients or referral to new clients.
Gotcha.
Some of my business is through open house traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not so proud to say I would chase a turd down the toilet if it was going to buy a house. The question I have for you is, can we cut to the chase?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys providing a lead to me, and then I pay you guys a referral for that lead?
So I guess like on kind of how our system works.
Yeah, because that's what he intimated in his text message. And we just passed listing appointments and buyers consultation off to our referral partners.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So just like that is we do all the front end work, and then we partner with some agents and then pass them off those buyer consultations, et cetera, to the partners that we do work with on a monthly basis.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What's the fee involved?
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good question. And I guess it kind of depends on what you're more so looking for. So do you mind if I kind of give you a bit of context on that?
Sure, go right ahead.
Sweet. And so, most of the agents that I talk to, I guess it kind of varies, right? And kind of what they're looking for. Obviously, you're a one-man show doing your own kind of thing. Other agents are, have crazy splits with the brokerages. Other people run teams, etc. Right? And so different people come for kind of different things. And like I said initially, this is a system we built as an agent for agents. And so it's not so much like, here you go, Corey, here's a cookie cutter thing. Here's a few people, and away you go, right? So it is totally custom to you. And so I don't know, like if it would be something today might be cutting it too close. I know you're in PST time, and I know me as well. But I guess you're kind of rounding off the day, et cetera. So maybe tomorrow will be more fitting. I could put you in touch with our backend guy, and he could kind of show you this entire system so you could see it. Because like the most important thing for me is like, do you like what you see? Could it work for you? Like that's what really matters. And then to see like, hey, could we build you something kind of custom?
So Stefan, let me ask you this.
Yeah, you bet.
Into the chase here.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where you guys have leads and you refer them out to other agents for a referral fee? Or is this a pay per lead type of thing?
I would say kind of like a hybrid between the two, right? Like we're not necessarily just getting you leads and then you pay us per lead. It's kind of like a mix between the two. But then again, we have agents that we work with on a, total, pay at closing kind of basis. We have other agents that pay us outright for the system. It really kind of depends on where you're at and kind of what it is that you specifically want, right? Which is kind of the point of the call in the first place. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not interested in doling out money up front for anything. I'm happy to, pay, if there's a qualified lead, I'm happy to pay a referral fee when it closes escrow. But, short of that, I'm not into the buying leads.
Yeah, fair enough, right? I wouldn't want to buy leads, leads either,
And that's not how this, according to these text messages, that's not really how this was positioned to me in the first place.
Yeah, I apologize if there's a miscommunication. I'll try and make sure that it's cleared up, and that way we're both on kind of the same page. And most agents I talk to kind of say the same thing, right? They're like, you know what, like if this is some kind of like fee involved, whether it's $10,000, whether it's $1, whether it's $100, I'm kind of out, right? And when I get to talk to them, I'm like, well, what's going on, right? Because if you knew you were going to close extra deals, would you really not even put $1 down? They're like, well, it's just I've tried something like this in the past and it didn't work. I'm like, so is that kind of maybe something similar that's happening in your kind of area?
Can you just kind of tell me what this is so that I can get on and you can get on and see whether or not this makes sense for either of us?
Yeah. So I guess Corey, in the simplest way, let me put it this way: if we could send you an extra couple of deals every month, and it, like, granted, this is only if it's something you like, if that were true, is this something you would be totally opposed to, like, looking into kind of like the details of how it could work, or are you totally closed off to that idea?
No, I'm open to anything. Just,
Okay.
it feels like we're doing a dance of 1,000 veils here.
Yeah.
I need to know what this is so that I can figure out if this is worthy of investing time into.
Yeah.
To keep out, is something that I have to pay for leads up front, or is this something that is not leads up front?
Yeah, so I guess I'll clarify this for you. Obviously, we're not just sending you leads, right? Like, we're going to send you pre-qualified people. Now, to answer the question, is there going to be a penny involved? Well, of course, nothing in life that holds value is free, right? And so we do have a fully refundable security deposit. That is only, and I stress this, Corey, only if you look at it and go, I like this. What you guys have shown me is actually good. It's unlike all the other shit out there. It's something I can actually see working for me. Only then would that even be a conversation. But that's why the most important thing for me, Corey, like the first things first, is like, hey, could this work for you? Do you like what you see? And that's kind of the point of perhaps setting up an extra time to chat so we can show that to you.
Okay. How about tomorrow we do this? Do you have somebody that can call me at, like, say 9:30 tomorrow morning?
Yeah, you're in PST, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 9:30 tomorrow. What about this? What if I, like, I take it you're probably as a realtor, you like to talk to people and see them face to face. What if we do this over a Zoom so you can see our face? You can, see that we're not just some AI agent, making some shit up, and show you exactly what it is we do live. And then you can kind of take it from there.
Sounds good.
Okay, then let me just quickly do this. I'll send you an email, and I take it you probably want to do some due diligence on us, and so I'll make your life even easier. What would be the best email to send a bit of information over to? I'll send you over a bit of email. I'll even send you our YouTube channel, some of the agents we've worked with, how our system works. You can have all that. I'm looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow at 9:30 and then kind of showing you this. Then obviously, once again, I just want to make sure you're happy.
Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate it very much, and I'll look forward to tomorrow morning at 9:30.
You bet, Corey. Have an amazing day.
Okay. You too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Mike.
Hi, you have reached the voicemail for Mike Sinitsky. Sorry I missed your call.
Hello.
Hey, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie. It's just Stefan here. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent down from Arizona. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I got to jump in a quick minute. So is this now like a bad time for a quick chat?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay, perfect. Well, Stephanie, out of curiosity, what's one thing you're grateful for today?
The business is still good,
Okay.
and things are still going,
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sweet. Well, listen, like the reason why I'm even calling in the first place is I just wanted to kind of share a bit more info on kind of the referral system we have and see if it could even be a good fit for you. I mean, that's the most important thing because a lot of people I talk to, it's not really a good fit. And so I just have a couple quick questions for you. Is that cool?
Sure.
Sweet. How long have you been in real estate?
6 years.
6 years. Wow. Okay. So you've been in for a hot minute and you've stuck with it through the bad and the good.
Yeah.
There you go. And I guess like on an average month, how many deals are you currently doing right now?
Well, I've sold 13 houses this year.
Nice.
And just on my own, and I've got 3 listings currently, and I'm working with a few buyers. So.
Sweet. So about maybe like 2-3 a month, would you say?
Yeah, about
Okay.
2 a month.
Okay. Sweet. That's awesome. And I guess, like a lot of the agents that I talk to personally, like usually people come to us for like one of three things. One, they're just not getting enough volume, which it kind of sounds like you are, unless maybe you wanted to push for some more. Or some people come to us because, the volume is good, but the quality is bad. And then the third reason is people, sometimes just have kind of a problem nurturing all the deals. And so I guess like if any of those at all, do any kind of apply in your world?
Just I'm trying to increase my volume.
Okay, and when you say the increased volume, like where would you like it to be?
What do you mean, with listings or buyers?
Yeah, I mean, like maybe you don't like working with buyers. Maybe it's only listings. You want to do only listings. You do 4 listings a month. Like, where would you like that number to be?
Yeah. Probably like to be about 5 a month with listings.
Okay, so like 5 a month of just listings, and any buyers as well, or no buyers, just working with the sellers?
No, I'm okay with buyers. 3 to 4 a month.
Okay, so about just shy of 10 total per month?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I guess like what are you currently doing right now to get to, let's say, 10 a month?
I'm working, I have a pipeline of leads that I have coming in, so I'm just working that system.
Okay. And I guess just for my context, like for how long have you, like, you're doing about 2-3 deals a month. You want to get to 10. How long have you been doing like 2 or 3 deals a month?
Probably just the last year.
Okay, so it's picked up in the last year, I take it, not slowed down?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of referrals and repeat business.
Gotcha.
It's finally coming around after being in business for 6 years, so.
There you go. That's the fruits of your labor after working hard, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess then my only question for you is like, if we're able to get you, maybe push you some extra volume, right, to help you get to, let's say, 10 deals a month, is that something you'd be totally opposed to looking into, how we could maybe make that work, or is that something that's off the cards for you?
No, I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, then, like the thing that makes the most sense for me is once again, like I said in the beginning, like the most important thing for me is to see if this even aligns with what you're looking for, right? And so, if it wouldn't be a totally crazy idea, I could get our back end guy to jump on a call, and it doesn't have to be right now. It can be later today or tomorrow, whatever kind of works better for you, and kind of show you the system that we have, so you can see it, right? Because that's like the first thing is I just want you to see it, so you can be like, okay, will this work for me, right? So you can decide that. I want you to decide, right? I don't need you to commit now. I don't need you to say yes or no. I just want to show it to you so you can make a decision. So would that be something you'd be opposed to? Is maybe jumping on a quick Zoom with our backend guy to kind of show you this?
What kind of referral fee are we talking?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I guess that kind of depends, right? And so can I give you some context on that?
Sure.
Yeah. So like I said initially, like we're not just here to send you one referral and it's a one and done, right? We're looking to consistently send you a bunch of referrals. Like you said, you're currently doing 2 or 3, you want to get to 10, right? And as we know, referrals are amazing. Sometimes they can be a little bit unpredictable in when they come, when they go, slow seasons, et cetera, et cetera. And so our goal is to give you a consistent flow of these deals every single month, not just one and done. And so that's kind of like I said, like my partner Asa, he's the EXP agent. We built out the system as an agent for agents, and so we're looking to consistently send you these deals. And so in terms of the referral fee, it really does depend, right? We have agents that pay us at closing, and we also have agents that just pay us outright for the system. And it really depends on kind of where you're at, what you're doing, etc. And that's actually kind of what that other call is for, is to kind of go through the options and see what's most viable for you, right? Like what makes most sense in what you're currently doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And where do your leads come from?
Yeah, so we generate them ourselves in-house, and we have our own internal sales team that will go ahead and call them, that'll qualify them, that'll vet them before you ever have to speak with them, so you're not wasting time with people that aren't actually serious.
And how are you getting leads in Arizona for Florida, for Ocala?
Yeah, so we work with over 100 agents in the U.S. currently, right? And so we work remote on behalf of all these agents to generate them leads in all different markets. I think we've worked in every different market I could think of. I even think we've had an agent in Alaska, as crazy as it sounds. And so we've worked with plenty of agents actually in the Florida area.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'd be open to a call. It would have to be this afternoon, though.
Okay, that's not a problem at all. Let me just quickly check this afternoon. You're in Eastern time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when you say this afternoon, are you more like talking like let's say 3 or maybe like a
Yeah, like
5:30?
3 o'clock. Like
Okay.
3 o'clock.
Would 3 work good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then let me just do this. What would be, I take it you probably want to do a bit of due diligence as well. What would be the best email to send you over some information to so I can send all that your way?
It's
Way that and you should get an email in a couple minutes here. That way you have all that information. Outside of that, there's nothing else. Like I said, like in terms of the referral fee, it really does depend, right? So just to make it clear, some agents pay us, at the closing, and some pay us outright for the system. And so sometimes there's a refundable security deposit. Obviously, that's only after things even make sense in the first place, just so that you know. So is that cool as well?
okay.
Okay, awesome. Well, I will let you go back to your amazing, beautiful sunny day working on the business. I will you're going to be hopping on with my partner, so I'll let him know right after this and just kind of fill him in so that way he knows everything. And then he can show you the whole back end. And that way right? Like Stephanie, my whole goal for that call is just so you know, and then you can make your own decision from there, right? We're here just to show you the information. You can go make your own decision. And so, like I said, in the meantime, check your email. It might be in the spam. Sometimes it likes to go there, and we'll send you all the information, our YouTube channel, agencies worked with, et cetera, et cetera. That way you have all the information so you can do your own due diligence beforehand. And any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer over text here or on that call in a couple hours from now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. No worries. You take care, Stephanie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, you have reached the voicemail for Karen Courtney with the Courtney Group at RE/MAX Leading Edge. I'm sorry that we've missed.
Just thinking back to the last call, it could have been so much better. Like I feel like I could have gone so much deeper. And the script needs some working too.
How can I help you?
Hey, is this Chad?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Chad, it's Stefan here. How you doing?
Okay, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm actually Asa's partner. He's an agent from Arizona. I think you guys were just texting. Does that ring a bell?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. It sounds like you're in the car. Is now a bad time for a quick chat?
No, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. Well, listen, yeah, I just want to give a quick ring and kind of share a bit more info on kind of that referral system we were chatting about and see if this could even be a good fit for you, because a lot of people I talk to, it just doesn't even really make any sense, and so I don't want to waste any time. And so I just have a couple quick questions. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right. Well, sweet. Chad, how long have you been in real estate?
Oh, it's going. I mean, I do real estate, mortgage, and title, so I'm always busy doing something.
Okay, and how long have you been in real estate yourself?
How much do I what?
How long have you been in real estate?
About 4 years.
4 years. Okay, wow. So you got in right at that like kind of COVID hump, hey?
Yeah.
What made you want to dive headfirst in that kind of season?
Well, I started doing Medicare, then property and casualty, and then I started doing title, and from title I started doing mortgage, and figured since I was doing those two, might as well do real estate.
Sweet, love it. And I guess obviously being kind of in a crazy period with COVID and whatnot, I guess on average, how many deals do you currently do in a month?
Oh, I don't know, man. It depends. I'm usually working on 3 or 4 things at a time.
Mm-hmm. Like when you say 3 or 4, you mean like 3 or 4 like listings or buyers at a time, or 3 or 4 different projects?
3 or 4 listings and buyers combined. So I've got 2, about to have a 3rd listing up, and then I'm working with 2 buyers right now.
Nice. And how many have you done so far this year?
Oh, 3, I think.
Gotcha. Okay, so is it starting to pick up now then, or?
No, it's just things take time.
Gotcha. Okay.
The market is really weird because people are wanting too much money for their houses, but people aren't wanting to pay as much.
Yeah, and you're down in Florida, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was actually just talking with an agent right before this, actually down in Florida as well, and same thing, right? It's like, like the market is crazy, and it's just like, but I know there's deals moving, and I just want to be part of it. So like, get me in there. I want to take part. I just need to be in there. I need to be in front of more people, and it'll happen. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And so I guess for you is like okay, I guess let's say we waved a magic wand, a perfect month. How many deals would you want to do in a single month?
Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe 2 or 3. I mean, what's the deal? You're giving me the pitch, but just give me the deal.
What do you mean by the deal?
What's the actual program that you're offering? Because I get referral, lead referral things every day. I get like 5 of those texts a day from people.
Yeah.
So I got people trying to give me referrals all over the place, but the referrals are really just leads they buy from somewhere else, and then try and charge me something up front, and then want a percentage of it after. So I'm not trying to blow you off. I'm just
No, fair enough.
I honestly just want to know what it is you're trying to sell me.
Yeah, no, fair enough. At the end of the day, you're a sales guy, I'm a sales guy. We gotta do our job, and I'm sure you got lots of questions. That's fair. And I guess to answer your question, truthfully, I don't have an offer for you, right? And that's actually the reason for the call in the first place, is to kind of ask some questions to see if you would even be a good fit, to see if it's even worth exploring on your end, right? So the last thing I want to do is waste your time. And so that's the whole goal of this call, is be like, hey, Chad, where are you at? Are you even looking to take on more deals on a monthly basis? Because if you're not, then this doesn't make any sense. But if you're like, hey, I'm doing 1 deal a month, I would love to be at 3 every single month. I'm not really sure how to get there yet because I haven't got there yet. And so if you have a system that consistently, our average partner brings about 1 to 5 new deals. We send out 1 to 5 new deals every single month to our partners, and we're currently working with over 100 agents in the U.S., right? And you're like, hey, I would love to get some more deals. I don't know if I'll do it because I don't know how it looks. I don't know if it would work for me, but I'd love to check it out. I'm like, sweet, let's do it. Let's lock up a time, and we'll show you kind of the details of what we do, and then you can have the information. And once you have the information, you can make your own informed decision. That kind of sound fair?
Okay, let me ask you.
Sure.
Are you asking for any money up front?
Okay. Fair question. I'd be asking the same thing if I were you. And so can I give you some context on that?
Yes, because as I said on the text to the woman, I don't do any program that requires an upfront payment of any kind.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you're wanting to do a referral where you get a percentage, I'm happy to do that. But people that sell referrals then basically make all their money on the upfront fees, I don't deal with that.
Yeah, no, fair enough, right? And if I were in your boat, I'd probably be asking the same thing. And usually when I talk to agents and they ask me, hey, do you guys charge up front? It's really because, you know, they've worked with a company in the past. The company charged them, you know, 10 grand up front. They took the money, they went to Vegas, put it on red, and never talked to them ever again, right? And is that kind of what you've seen as well?
No, what I've seen is the same people buy old leads, and then they say it's a referral, and then they want you to pay money up front, and you don't get any sales based on the stuff because they're not real referrals. They're just leads that I could literally buy by the truckload if I wanted to for the same money.
Gotcha. So you've had people like buy leads off the internet and then like sell them to you?
Yeah, they get their Zillow, whatever.
Okay.
Agent saying, and then they say that's a referral. So,
yeah.
So the second time I'm asking, what's the actual cost on this thing?
Yeah. I guess first off, just for context, we don't buy leads from Zillow and send them to you. We generate them all ourselves, so they're exclusive to you and your area and your market and who you want to work with. And then as for the fee thing, it depends. We have agents that pay us at closing, right? Truth be told. And we also have other agents that pay us outright for the system. And most of the agents we work with are on a hybrid model, right? Some kind of hybrid referral model. And so once again, like, you know, we've talked for 6 minutes here. I don't know too much about you, and that's kind of what the purpose of the next call is for, is to see, you know, what would make the most sense for you, right? If you're looking to do 100 mil this year, that'll look a little different than if you're just looking to add one extra listing every month, right?
Okay, what I'm looking for is what is the on the production only side. Okay.
Yeah.
If I want to pay a percentage at closing, which is what an actual referral is in the real estate business, as I'm sure you know, then what percentage are you looking for on that? And then how does it work from there?
Yeah. So like I said,
so just let's go into that. Give me the details on that.
Sure. Well, like I said, if we decide that, hey, that's the best option for you, which obviously I don't know if
it is the only option for me. It is the only one I am willing to discuss because, as I told you already, I'm not willing to put money up front.
Okay. And can I ask you, like, fair enough, can I ask you a question about that then?
Sure.
If you've done 3 deals this year, if we were going to take you to 3 deals a month, do you think if I told you we would do that and it would cost you literally $0, would you really believe me?
If you were to say, hey, tell you what, if we can get you up to 3 deals a month, then you would owe us $5,000, I would say, okay, that's fine. If you can consistently get me to 3 deals a month, it would be worth giving you that money after you've proven that you can do it.
Sure.
Okay, but up front, if you're saying I want even $500 up front for an unproven system, then that's not worth it to me.
Oh, okay, hold on. You said unproven. That's under the assumption that
unproven to me. Because
Gotcha.
You can spout whatever. A salesperson can spout whatever they want. Okay?
Sure.
I deal with salespeople all day long.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? And the ones that worry me are the ones where I ask a simple question, what is the deal? And then they keep me on the phone for another 10 minutes trying to talk around what the actual deal is. The longer someone tries to talk around what the actual deal is, the less that I want to do the deal. Okay? Because that to me says that their actual deal is not worth the time.
Can I give you a different perspective on that?
Go for it.
Sure. So, like, if you were injured, you went to the doctor's office, and you say, hey, doc, my head hurts, just fix me right now, and the doctor asks you a question, you say, hey, I don't want to answer questions, just give me the medication. Like, when the doctor gives you the medication, you're probably not going to trust him because it's like, well, you don't know what my problem is. And so similarly here, how can I ethically make you an offer when I know nothing about what you want to do, where you want to go, what you're currently doing, what's working, what's not working, yada, yada, yada. Like, it wouldn't make moral sense for me to tell you that when I don't know what would make sense for you. And the last thing I want to do is pitch you something that wouldn't work for you because that's not what I stand for, right? And so, like, I understand the whole thing of like, oh, you just want to know, but we have agents that pay us at closing. We have some that pay us 10 grand. And so, like, it does depend on, you know, what market you're in, where you're looking to go, and everything in between. And so that's why it's not like I can't just say, well, Chad, yeah, sure, it'll be this, because I don't know what would work for you and what you're looking for, right? And once again, that's where, like, I only wanted to see, hey, what are you doing now? do you want more deals, yes or no? Because some people don't, right? And if you do, well, great. We could do that for you. I'd love to show you how that could work and how it would work in kind of the area you're in. So, like, I guess to make it clear, is it even worth the idea of exploring to see how we could get you up to 3 deals a month, every single month?
At this point, man, I'm questioning it because is there a customized system for every single person where it's a month-long personality test, or is it a system that you have used where you have referrals, you get referrals, and you send the referrals to the agents? Because there's not going to be an agent alive that says that I don't want more deals every month. Okay, there's just not. All right. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't be in business.
Well, of course. But if I told you I'm going to get you 3 deals this month, you're still hesitant to chat about it. And fair enough, I would if I were you as well.
I'm hesitant to chat about it because at this point, because you won't tell me what the deal actually is. Okay. I've asked you 3 times now, what is the actual deal? And you keep telling me that you can't tell me what the deal is.
Correct.
And that is worrisome.
And so, yeah. Well, like, I understand what you're saying.
If I went to the doctor, okay, and I say, here's my copay for the doctor, okay, and then the doctor wouldn't actually diagnose me until I ended up spending another $5,000 on tests, or wouldn't even talk to me about a potential diagnosis until I spend another $5,000 in tests, I'm going to sue the shit out of that doctor. Okay? Because they have one job. Their job is to tell me how to make my pain go away. Okay? I've told you that, yes, I'm interested in more deals. Okay? But I'm only interested in it if I don't have to pay any money up front. That should be the conversation now that you know that I am not willing to pay money up front. Either you're willing to tell me what system what the cost is without paying money up front.
Yeah, I guess that's
stop
fair.
talking to me.
I guess
Okay?
I'm just trying to wrap my head around that.
I have tried to narrow it down to the point where I'm telling you what I'm willing to talk about. Okay, and you keep trying to push me into the thing that I've told you several times now I am not willing to talk about. Okay, I hate hard sales. I hate them with a passion, and I usually get people 3 times to do the right thing. The second that I hit number 4, I start screaming at them. Okay?
All right, bring it on.
I'm not trying not to scream at you. I just want to know, because you said there's an option without an upfront payment. Okay, I told you I'm willing to talk about that. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, Chad, well, first things first, if you want to bring up the doctor analogy, you could argue I'm like the receptionist, the doctor is the guy that, like, their back-end guy that would show you the system. But in terms of that, we'd have to make sure you qualify for that, because we're not just going to send off deals that we could close ourselves to agents that aren't going to close them, right? And, like, with all due respect, you've done 3 so far this year. Like, I don't know what your circumstances are, but if you want to grow, like, do you really think we're going to, you think that things in life that hold value are free? Well, of course not, right? And you wouldn't go to a builder and say, hey,
so now
build
we're
this
at a
home
point
for
where
me.
You guys are too good to do. Okay. I think the conversation is done at this point. I'm done with analogies. I've asked you 4 times now. Just tell me what the deal is. You won't do it. Just either tell me what the deal is or the conversation is over.
Chad, how do you want me to give you a deal when I know nothing about what you do?
I sell real estate.
Great. What's your exact closing rate?
My exact closing rate?
Correct.
I've closed every deal I've ever gone after.
So you've only gone after 3 deals so far this year?
No, I'm working on 4 others, but I'm waiting on the people to make their decisions on things.
Okay, but like so far this year you've done 3. Like, that's the only fact we have right now. So how many have you gone for this year? More than 3? Have you had more than 3 conversations?
Well, I've got 5 others that I'm working on currently.
I know, but I'm not talking about what's going to happen.
I'm constantly bringing in new stuff. Okay, all right, this conversation's done. Have a good day, man.
That's too funny.
Hi, you've reached Ashley Del Giudice with Charles Wetton.
Please leave your message for 8166.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mark?
It is.
Oh, hey, Mark. It's Stefan here. How you doing?
Let's see. Is this Friday? It is Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
I guess you're in a different time zone out there. What's up?
Oh, yeah. I'm calling from PST. I'm just Asa's partner. He's the agent from Arizona. I think you guys were texting earlier today. Does that ring a bell?
Maybe. I don't. I think I said I was open to find out more.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually why I'm calling. Is I just want to share a little bit more info on our referral system and see if it would even be a good fit for you, right? A lot of people I talk to, this isn't really a good fit, and so I just wanted to kind of share some more info and kind of get a bit more kind of context and kind of what you're doing to see if what we do could even work for you. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Where do you find these leads?
Yeah, so we actually generate them ourselves in-house, exclusive to your market. And like, I guess to give a bit of an idea of the process, right? Like we only partner with agents that, we're really picky with who we work with, because obviously we take on a lot of the work on the front end, generating these leads ourselves in your market exclusively for you. And then we have our own internal team, and we will go ahead and we'll qualify them, we'll call them, we'll follow up on your behalf 10, 20 times even, to make sure that we're making the most of the leads that we actually get you. And only once we've fully qualified them to the standards that you're actually looking for is when we'll kind of send them over to you. And this is kind of on a consistent month-to-month basis, not just kind of a one and done. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, so that all sounds really good, but you still didn't tell me where you get them from. I know they come from the internet.
Yeah, of course, right? They come from all different points of the internet, right? I guess some of them come from our data-backed interest targeting. Some of them come from social media. We don't just have, I guess, one sort of method. It's more so what's suitable for you, your market, the kind of people you work with. Because obviously if you work with sellers primarily or buyers, there's going to be different strategies that we will deploy to make sure we get the exact kind of people you're looking for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been a part of, I don't know how many, half a dozen referral groups.
Yeah.
CRS has one. I guess it used to be called Referral Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're still called that. And I'm sure I get a few once in a while. I used to get a few from my Realtor.com profile, but that sure seems to have trailed off in the last few years. I don't know what happened there. I still got 165 reviews on there and more education than anybody in Florida. I don't know why people aren't using Realtor.com as much as they used to.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's strange. I guess how many deals did you used to get through Realtor.com then?
Well, not a ton, but I used to get 2 or 3 sales a year.
Okay, and that just completely fell off the face of the planet, or?
Yeah, I'd have to look back. I can't remember when I had my last one. It's been a couple of years at least.
Wow.
So
that's
I
strange,
guess
eh?
with maybe now people are going to Google for reviews more than they are for Realtor.com. I don't know what the deal is.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's strange, since I guess outside of relying on kind of those sources that I guess aren't that predictable, what else are you kind of doing to get the deals that you're working now?
Well, I paid for Google pay-per-click for 11 years.
Okay.
$500 a month most of that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a huge, backlog of people in my database.
Mm-hmm.
That, so many people start looking for their retirement home in Florida 3 to 5 years before they're ready to retire.
Yeah.
So I just got contacted by somebody today that said, hey, I think this is the year I'm going to retire. So, that's my, things have slowed down horribly, as you know. I'm hoping to get some business from my, I've got like 15,000 people in there. Obviously, most of those are dead. But the other thing I do that I bet nobody else does is I subscribe to a newsletter from a loan. He's not a loan officer. He's actually somebody that loan officers subscribe to for information on whether they should float or lock their buyer's rate. And so, even though I'm not a loan officer, I subscribe to that because it's very valuable information. And I think I'm sending that to 60 or 70 people that have been looking at houses, hoping that that'll remind them who I am.
Yeah, okay. And so I guess outside of, with the big database you have and kind of hoping that some things kind of fall through with this, this new method you have got going on, and props to you for that. That's creative. Is there anything else that you're doing to like consistently bring people in, or is it just kind of hoping that, here or there someone's going to come around?
Are you familiar with Commissions Inc.?
No, I haven't heard of that one before.
Oh, that's really bad. You should research them. They're one of the top 5 lead gen companies in the country. They're out of Atlanta area. And so all those when I was spending $500 a month, I was getting 100 leads a month. And so they're in my database.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what homes they looked at when they came to my site, Commissions Inc. will send them new listings that come on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a really good system. Like, I'll get texts every day. Oh, this person came back to our site. They haven't been there in 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
This person looked at 10 new homes in the last 7 days. So they're good about telling me who's being active.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, I try not to bug people too much, because just because they're active doesn't mean they're ready to buy.
Yeah. But
I will reach out to some of them and, try and ask them where they are in their process.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I got some stuff going on.
Okay. And I know you mentioned Google pay-per-click. You did that for 11 years. Are you still doing that, or did you stop doing that?
Actually, I stopped that at the end of April, I think. April of this year. So, I decided that, given, if you're in this business, so how many leads it takes to get serious ones.
Mm-hmm.
And with people having such a hard time selling their houses and everything, I decided to save that $6,000 a year.
Okay, gotcha. So it just wasn't worth kind of the time and investment you were putting in.
Yeah, because I was trying to follow up with, all 3 or 4 leads a day.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it, of course, was wasted time. Once in a while, I'd get hold of somebody that wanted to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it sounds like you guys are doing all that work. That must be pretty expensive to employ all those people.
It can be. It depends, right? I think at this point we're working with just under 100 agents across the U.S., but obviously everyone's a little bit different, right? I mean, thank God for that. If everyone's all the same, we'd all just be boring robots. But
no, I mean, it must be expensive to hire all your employees to do all that follow-up.
Yeah, it can be. It definitely doesn't cost you a pencil or a penny. That's for sure.
I never heard that term before.
Well, there you go. That's a new one for you.
So anyway, I've sold over 200 homes in my career. I know that's not a lot.
How long have you been in real estate for?
Almost 19 years. So, I'm not one of these 30 or 40 a year producers, but I've been averaging more than 10 a year. So, better than many, but
Yeah.
not at the top. So.
Gotcha. So it's about, I'd say, I guess on average, about one a month.
Yeah, I guess when you look at it, it's just about that. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess what in a perfect month, where would it be?
Hey, with the market being so slow now, I'd be happy to do 1 or 1.25 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Over the next year.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. And the market's always going to be, the market's always going to do its thing, right? Interest rates are always going to do its thing. At the end of the day, we can't be at the mercy of what happens in the world. We got to, make things happen ourselves. And so I guess what are you doing to make sure that regardless of what the rates are, regardless of the market, obviously, there's only so much you can do, but at the end of the day, we got to control the controllables. I guess what is it that you're doing to get to, let's say 1.25, 1.5, 2 a month?
I've already described that. Following up with people that are looking at homes on my website.
Yeah, I know, but I guess I guess maybe I just misunderstood. You're saying that how many have you done so far this year?
4.
4. Okay, so 4 in about 6 months. So yeah, just under a deal a month. I guess my question is what's going to get you up to, let's say, 1.5, 2 a month?
Who knows?
Well, what do you mean? Who knows?
People can't sell their houses, so they're not moving.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fix that.
Okay, and I guess and Mark, I only asked this just out of curiosity, but there's other agents transacting in your area, no?
Well, so I live in the Villages. Have you ever heard of that?
The Villages? You're over by Ocala, right?
Right. The Villages is about 45 minutes from Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of it? It's
the Villages, no. The Villages specifically, no.
Yeah, I know. You're a long ways away. It's the biggest retirement community in the country.
Gotcha.
You should have heard of it. 150,000 people. So I know in the MLS that there's 5 sales a day going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the competition is that the developer of the Villages is still building new houses,
mm-hmm.
and they have their own MLS system that they use. So us MLS people have to compete against their MLS system, and they don't pay a co-op fee to us if we bring them business. So it's a little challenging here, and so that's why I still do Ocala too, because you don't have any issues there, except in
mm-hmm.
Ocala the price points typically are a little less.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I guess Mark, my question for you then is, and I'm not even really sure if it would even make sense or if it would even work for you based on kind of the area you're in and what it is that you're kind of doing. But if we were able to bring you even just an extra deal a month on top of what you're doing now, would it be a crazy idea to maybe jump on a Zoom call? We can kind of show you the system we have, how we are generating these exclusive people just to you. And despite the fact that even the market is bad, the rates are bad, our average, we're sending about on average 2 to 3 extra deals out to our partners every single month. And so I guess, is that something that would be totally crazy, or would it be something that you'd be wanting to perhaps look into?
I'd be happy to take more referrals. You've already explained what you do.
Yeah.
But the question is, what does it cost? I'm happy to pay a referral fee.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you have other fees.
Yeah, so actually it does depend. We have some agents that pay us at closing and others that pay us outright for the system. Once again, like I said, I'm not even sure, once again, if this could even work for you. But that's kind of what we dive into is hey, what would be the better option for you? Would it be a pay at closing basis, or would it be, maybe, we have a refundable security deposit, right, which is totally refundable. And once again, but that's something we chat about later. But the most important thing for me, even, with the referral program we have is are you able to take really good care of the buyers and sellers? Because once again, that's what we're really worried about, is like making sure that the people that we generate, the people that we talk to, that we pass them off to agents who do take really, really good care of them, right? And that's kind of what we'd want to chat about and just, see kind of what your process is if we were to send you these people, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, I do take great care of them. I've been doing this 19 years.
Yeah.
I know how to follow up with people. From what you described, you've already got them pretty well qualified. So I won't let things fall through the cracks. I wouldn't still be in business if I did that.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's just what we want to make sure, once again, if we're going to do all this work, like, we're very picky with who we send them off to. We want to make sure, like, we've had agents who, respectfully say the same thing, oh, yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, and we send people off, and they're like, oh, this person isn't very good, and it's like, that's bad on our end, right? We don't want to ruin our reputation by saying that we're going to send them off to a good agent, and then the people come back to us saying, hey, we didn't like them, they weren't good, they weren't anything like you said. It's like, oh, yikes, that's not good luck on our end. And that's why we just want to, make sure and just chat to make sure it even makes sense, right? Like I said, like, that's the most important thing is, hey, like, Mark, like, would this work for you? Could this be a good mutual partnership? And that's kind of what that call would be for.
Yeah, we could have that. Do you send mostly sellers or mostly buyers?
Well, let me ask you this: which one would you rather have more of?
I'd rather have more buyers, because in this market, there's a lot of good deals for buyers, and there's a lot of sellers that are having expired listings and sellers that don't know that the market's getting weaker.
Yeah. Okay. So you're more looking to get some more buyers then.
Correct.
Yeah, that actually tends to be just with the data that we have across, the people we work with, and even specifically in Florida, it tends to be a little bit cheaper actually is getting some buyers and sellers, because there's a lot more demand, because people like the sellers because it's less work, you know what I mean, than working with a buyer typically. Right.
And so most of my buyers, way more than the majority, come from out of state, or from other parts of Florida to the area. I don't get too many locals that move within the area. Once in a while, but most of the people, they're retiring to Florida, or they're possibly have a job here, but So and the other area that I know very well, and if it's a high price point, I still drive up there, is St. Augustine and the area around there. But that's further from me. But that's the area that I worked for 16 of those years.
Gotcha. Well, Mark, one just something that popped out of my head. One recommendation I'll give you is something we've implemented with a few of the people we work with is YouTube. And now there's a lot of different, kind of mediums you can use YouTube in. But, let's say, for example, if I wanted to move to Texas, right? Obviously living over here on the Pacific, I'd probably look up on YouTube, and there's even a stat that came out. I talked with this guy who sold over 200 mil in, I think, the first 2 years that he was in real estate. And this is all from organic YouTube. I met him at this big conference. Do you know, what brokerage are you with, by the way?
I have my own company.
Okay, awesome. Okay. By any chance, shot in the dark, do you know who Brent Gove is?
No, I haven't heard that name. What city is he in?
Okay. He lives in Puerto Rico now. He was doing the Pacific for a while out in California, and I know he was in some different areas as well. But he is a huge agent at EXP. Anyways, I was with him and a couple other guys at this conference in Calgary a year back, and these two guys were giving this kind of speech on YouTube. And long story short, they work with just buyers, and the reason why YouTube works so well for them is, like I said, let's say if I want to move to Texas, I'd probably look up hey, what's it like to live in Texas? What are the best spots in Texas, right? And this is stuff people look up on Google, and obviously YouTube being part of Google, YouTube videos rank really high, right? Not to mention people go on YouTube as well, but also on Google, and people want to watch videos. What's it like to live there? And so if you're making videos kind of sharing, it doesn't have to be a lot, but if you just get, the right kind of keywords down, you can get people from all over the world, funneling into kind of your world while you sleep, right? You make the video once, and for the rest of your life, people will watch this video, right? And then you have a nice little, you put your phone number there, or maybe if you have some sort of funnel, it's a really, really good way that you can start to attract some more business, especially being someone like yourself that's been in the game for so long. You know the ins, the outs, you know that kind of stuff. So videos that do really well is like pros and cons of moving to, and then you'd insert the city name, right? And it's something that people look up all the time.
Right, and the villages, as I said, if you do any research on that, the lifestyle here is unlike any other. There's 55 golf courses. There's 4 town squares with free nightly entertainment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's there's tons of YouTube videos on the villages.
Yeah, I bet. No, yeah, I was gonna say I bet. And if if you kind of pop yourself in there and you find yourself on one of those trends, away you go. You start getting deals while you sleep. It works really well. But Mark, I know I called you totally blue, and I don't want to keep you for too long. So I guess like if it would be appropriate, like what if we set something up for? I guess today would be a little too late for you, so maybe even tomorrow we could jump on, and I could even get the guy who kind of runs our back end to jump on as well and show you kind of what our system looks like, just so you can see it yourself and see if it's something like, oh, like, maybe this will help me get some more consistent buyers in my area.
That would be fine. The only issue is the yesterday's lightning and thunderstorm took out my internet, and they're not coming until 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I guess is that cutting it close? Maybe we could do something in the afternoon tomorrow, or
if we did something, like 3 o'clock my time. Are you 2 or 3 hours different?
3. I could do 3 your time. Yeah, that would work.
So that should give them, even if they're late, and take them half an hour to an hour. I don't know what. Obviously, something got damaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we did 3 tomorrow, that would be fine.
Okay, perfect. And then I guess, how do I spell your last name?
You don't have my last name?
No, I'm looking at it and I almost don't believe it.
That's what it is.
Okay, all right. And then I guess, I just want to, I'm sure you probably want to do a bit of research on us as well. And so I'll make your life even easier. I'll send you over a couple emails with some stuff about us, our system, and how it works, just so if you have some time, you can look into it. So what would be the best email to send that over to?
Because I was in a class and we had to come up with a Gmail address, and I thought that would be easy to remember.
Yeah, it sure is. That sure is easy to remember. There you go. Okay.
What's the name of your group?
Ablaze AI.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it. All this stuff. Check your spam. It might be in there. You should get it in about 1 or 2 minutes. And between now and tomorrow, we'll send you over a couple other emails, and that'll have any other information. And if you do, for whatever reason, have any other questions, I'll send you over a text message here in a couple minutes, and then you can just text us back there if you have any other questions, and I'm more than happy to answer anything else for you.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll look forward to 3 o'clock tomorrow, and as I say, I'm a little bit hampered here without my nice big I've got 2 55-inch computer screens that make my computers wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds like you got a nice setup there.
I've never seen anybody that has anything like it. Not even people that are day traders have as nice a setup as me.
Wow. So you put some time into making sure that you really like, I guess, what you work on most of the time, hey?
Yeah, and they're not even just 4K, they're 8K resolution.
8K?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's like, you got your own mini little movie theater there almost.
So yeah, I got my MacBook Pro and the 255-inch, and then another little 24-inch. So I basically got 2, 4, 6 windows open at once.
Wow, that's so you're just multitasking. You're just always on the go.
All right, who am I going to be talking to tomorrow?
Yeah, it should be Enoch. He's actually Ace's brother. He's sitting probably at 10 meters in front of me right now. I'll go say hi to him right after this and let him know that you guys will be chatting tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, this is my best number, of course.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Mark, you have an amazing day, and I look forward to chatting tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, I forgot this is still recording. Well, that was a cool call, right? Very, very chill, very relaxed, just chatting. I don't even know if my face isn't even here. What? Why is my face not even in this?